Hey, everybody, welcome in to the Chatterbox tonight. We have a special guest here, Mr. Kitty Whiskers himself.
I'm here.
I got to watch some of his videos and I thought, you know what? He puts out some good content. He interacts with everybody, and he's a small channel like we are. And so, you know what? I really like what he's got going here. And so I asked him to be a guest. And he said, yes, he would like to be a guest. He said he would. And I said, well, that honors me, for you to be here. And man, we just love to help out small channels. We always have. And so if y'all haven't hooked him up, and I cannot tell on here if somebody's a mod, but I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of people that's a moderator. Yep, Leon's one, Down East one. Hey guys, if y'all could drop his link, Mr. Kitty Whiskers, for me, please, I appreciate it. And go check him out because he does have some good videos. He's got some good lives that he's done. And he's got one where he's standing in about 1.5 feet of snow fishing. I don't know how he does that, but I was down there today and I left early because I was down there in 38-degree weather. I thought I was going to freeze to death.
Yeah, I got some videos of just whatever happens when I go fishing. Good, bad, ugly. I got lives where I don't catch nothing. So
there you go.
Oh, we all got those.
It happens.
Hey, try again. Hey, Mr. Molina, welcome in. Dominic, what's going on,
That's the kind of
brother?
picture people like to see, the raw, straight, uncut, not edited. Just, I mean, maybe if you edit a little bit here and there to save some time.
Oh yeah. But all the parts of me falling in the water. I don't want people to see that.
I mean,
hey, if y'all would, y'all say a little prayer to keep Tanya Hollis in your thoughts, in your mind, your prayers, because she's sick. And Dominic couldn't go out fishing today, and she couldn't either because she's at home sick, and she just wants y'all to just. Tony's driving and I'm riding. What? Was she getting better all of a sudden? Because yesterday she told me she was sick. And then it couldn't move.
I must say hello there to Dominic, Sandy Toes, Martin from the UK. What's up, man? How's it going? Jeremy, hey, there's Jeremy. Leon popping in down east. Tim Molina, try again. How's it going?
Well, everybody.
Oh,
we
yeah.
We're having a good show for you tonight. Y'all know how it is. The first 30 minutes, I like to have my partner's link, Apache Adventures, have his link drop, and our guests have their link drop. And then after that, we drop everybody's links. I'd like to shout out to Goose from Ugly Dog Lures sponsoring our show. Thank you very much, sir. If you haven't gone checked out Goose from Ugly Dog Lures, go check him out.
Yep.
If you bass fish, I'm telling you, that's who you want to go talk to.
Yep.
So we'd like to have his link drop too. Yep, there it is. Sponsored by Ugly Dog Lures.
By Goose. Anything you need, top water, crankbaits, anything you need, rattle traps, hand tied jigs, stuff like that, whatever you need, he'll do it.
Yep. He can paint them to your specs the way you want.
Yep. Any way you want to color them, hit them up at a very good price too. Very good price.
Welcome you to the show. Hey, Woman Outdoors, thank you for coming in. We'd like to welcome you to the show. And like I said, it's an honor for you to come up here and agree to come up. And so we're going to get this thing out of the way. Why don't you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what kind of waters you fish in? Hey, Sharina, glad to see you back on. It's the kind of waters you'd like to fish in and stuff like that. There's Jeremy, Tournament Cats.
I prefer fishing the river.
What river would that be?
I do fish a lake, Lake Pinchot in Pennsylvania here, but that's just for like bait normally. There's catfish in there, but little channels. So
I got a friend of mine who moved up there. It was a friend. Well, him and his wife is a friend of ours, and he works the what do you call it when the barges, the locks up there, the lock on the river, Pennsylvania.
What is it?
He operates one of the locks up there on the Pennsylvania on one of the rivers.
Oh, like Safe Harbor or something? Or up north?
Wait, we're supposed to go up there and visit with them, and I'm going to do some fishing while I'm up there. What kind of lakes you go? What lake do you go to?
It's Lake Pinchot.
Kind of fish are
It's
in
like a
that?
state park.
Kind of fish they got up in there?
Panfish, bass, crappie. They have channel cats. Supposed to be some stripers in there, I believe, too.
Did you say there was some like some smallmouths in there?
I think just largemouth.
Okay. Now, for everybody that's coming up in here, and for everybody that doesn't know, do you want to go ahead and tell everybody your name? That way, everybody gets, that way they can put a name to a face. Or
my name's John. I go by MR.KITTY WHISKERs. I just started my channel just to get rid of all the videos I had and pictures and stuff that I had just sitting around on my phone and didn't want to lose them. So I'm kind of basically saving all my memories.
There you go.
How I look at it.
Using YouTube.
Outdoors asked where at in Pennsylvania.
I mean, you ain't gotta be specific, but
most of my videos is just like my experiences going out there, with me and my daughter. Sometimes it's just me. The weather's, if it's not good, I don't take her usually.
Yeah. I like Kitty Whiskers better. We're at you don't. I tell people when they ask we're at, we don't want you just to say volunteer, your hometown or to the town you're living it like that. But what part of Pennsylvania do you live in?
Northern.
Right in the Harrisburg area, central Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Central. That's what Woman Outdoors. She's in the northern and central.
Yep. I'm right in the middle, so I can go up north past Harrisburg, or I can go down below, down by York, or down farther.
Hey, Brutal Bob, welcome in. All that fluff and stuff.
Yep, Brutal Bob and all that fluff. Hey, there's Shogun.
Hey, Camo. Welcome
Outdoors
in.
with Big Matt. Hello, what's up? What's up?
Big Brother Matt. That's another one I ain't been feeling. There's been a lot of people had that congestion this past week or two. And it's just spreading all over the place, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
you said you fish. Oh, good.
Go ahead.
You say you fish rivers.
I like it when we get
on the same page. What kind of rivers are you fishing? Like, how deep is it? Like, what kind of structures on the bottom? Give us a little bit more info on that.
I fish the Susquehanna River. I go the whole way up past Harrisburg. You get a lot of rocky areas up there. You get some certain areas, it can be muddy. It changes. There is some structure of rock and usually always some dead fallen trees, by the bridges mainly, And when the farther you go down, it gets deeper. So when you go down to like Long Level, which is like the York, I'd say about York area, and then farther down, then you start getting into the deeper waters where the dams are. So people catch bigger flatheads down farther.
Yeah. Hey, Gustavo's in here. Hey, Carl, how's it going? I'm glad you can come in.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of people. Gustavo, hello.
Yeah, there's Gustavo. There's Shogun. I see you in there. Carl. Hey, Leon.
Hey, from UK, Rustic. There you go. We got people from the UA, from the UK. Oh. Sorry. The Laugh Channel. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, so you don't just target catfish. You go after just different species and stuff.
What's that?
So you don't just target catfish, do you?
Pretty much, yeah. I pretty much go catfishing. Like I said, I'll catch the occasional bass. But like when I do it, they're big. So I'm throwing whole panfish out. So if something eats that, they are pretty big.
Now I know you go crappie fishing, don't you?
I'll catch carp occasionally. I just go out there and fish.
What about crappie? You go crappie fishing?
I'm sorry, what's that?
You go crappie fishing? How do you say it? Crappie?
Sometimes when I'm going catching like bait, panfish and stuff, I'll catch crappie. But I don't like go target them.
Yeah. I love to catch them. They're fun to catch. then I got hooked on skipjack fishing, and I can't get off that, man. That's the bomb, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen you up there catching the skipjack. We don't have skipjack here, so just panfish, creek chubs.
Yeah.
That's about it. What I'm using for live bait around here, crayfish.
Yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to bet today I was going to fish with a Kentucky catfish hunter, but man, when I woke up, it was down in the 30s. I went down there. I waited till daylight to go down there, and I was down there, and man, my hands were so cold I couldn't warm up. Man, I thought for a minute I didn't think I was going to make it back across the rocks. Man, I was just going to freeze up. I was shaking so bad, and I thought, forget this, man. They ain't biting that good. I said, if he comes down here, I said, he'll know that I ain't here.
Yeah, the cold's tough when you're out there fishing.
Well, it was just yesterday the wind was blowing and it was cold blowing up through there, but it was warm weather, you know, kind of warm as the sun and stuff. But this morning, man, it was just that hardly any breeze, but it was just so cold coming off that water, and the mist was flying everywhere. And I thought, man, forget this, man, stop out here.
Yeah, this last tournament, last tournament I just did for the Catfish Mafia tournament was March 13th. I forgot all my stuff to do the videos. I didn't have my charging cord. I didn't have my tripod. I didn't have my adapter to go to the battery to charge my phone. So I was like, I got stuck taking pictures.
Yeah,
but
I did that.
If I did a video during that, that wind was constant the whole tournament. It was like 8 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour straight. So I don't know if you would have heard much anyways.
Yeah, it gets pretty. It's pretty tough out there when you ain't got
last weekend.
No mic stock or anything. Let's see. Hey, there's Gray Wolf. Hello, hello.
Hey, Gray Wolf. Yeah, last weekend I put my poles, my tackle box, everything I thought I needed for skipjack fishing up Kentucky, because I drive 2 hours one way. I get up there in Kentucky, and I go back there. I forgot to put my big coolers in there. I forgot a 5-gallon bucket to put the fish in to carry them up the rocks. Forgot my power pack, my cord. All I had was my phone and fishing poles and my tackle box. That was all I had.
Yep, you had a normal day.
Yeah, there you go.
As soon as I got home that evening, the first thing I done was throw that stuff in there. I said, "Yep, you're going this time."
Yeah, I got to the tournament there. This first tournament, I got there and got the boat ready, got it unstrapped, and then I realized I left the boat keys at home.
Oh man!
So I was like, I'm glad I'm only like 6 minutes away. So I just strapped everything back up and drove over and got my key. Came back. They rechecked my boat and everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Leon. I appreciate you stopping by, buddy. I know it's late over there. It's y'all 5 hours on us ahead of us.
Oh yeah, we just appreciate you coming in.
I don't know about a magician, but they wasn't biting that good this morning. But yesterday they was biting, but they was like, I mean, you really had to fish hard yesterday to catch the amount that I did catch, and everybody was having trouble catching them yesterday. Yeah. I think the weather and they're dropping the water extremely fast, and these cold nights and cool days, the water's not right for them yet. Hey, Krill, what's going on? He said, "Sup, Rustic Apache and all."
Krill.
If y'all just coming in, we got Mr. Kitty Whiskers as our guest tonight.
Yeah.
What would be your personal best catfish?
Personal best? Well, my personal best for a flathead would probably be, I'd say about almost 20 pounds.
20 pounds. Would that be a channel cat or blue?
It was a flathead. It was about 19 something. And I had my biggest channel. I mean, my biggest channel, when I caught my biggest channel, I didn't actually have a scale. This is before like cell phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So it probably was about maybe almost 17 pounds for a channel cat.
Sandy, darling, I love you dearly. Thank you so much for dropping links. But just for about the first 30 minutes, I'd like just to have my guest and my partner Apache's link drop, so everybody can go check them out. That's just coming in and hook up with them, because it's 2 great guys. They got good videos and they got awesome channels. And I'm keeping a watch on the clock here, and after 30 minutes, I say it's a free-for-all. Drop, drop, drop.
Let's see.
Hey,
Now,
my personal best channel cat's on little bitty beetle spin spinnerbait, and it's 5 pounds. My flathead, I
now,
mean.
now you told us what kind of baits you use in the panfish and your live baits, stuff like that. Well, what type of rigs do you use? What's your go-to rig?
I'll use a 3-way swivel sometimes. But I don't use that too much. I use just the regular, I guess you call it the Santee Cooper rig, where it's just a slipper rig with a float. It seems to catch more fish, or for me at least. If it's real rocky and I'm getting hung up a lot, I will go with the 3-way swivel. You know, maybe like real light line on the sinker.
Okay.
Now you got a little fishing partner. She fishes too, don't she?
Yeah. My daughter goes with me.
Yeah.
You know, and then I got my my friend Bob, which is my catfish partner for the tournaments. So I'm glad he's my partner because, you know, he likes fishing as much as I do. He says, "We're doing every tournament, right?" I'm like, yes, let's make them all if we can.
There you go.
He's more happy to go to these things than I am.
Yeah, I seen some videos where your daughter's in there, and boy, she get that pole and reel them in just as good as anybody else. And look like she has a lot of fun doing it too.
Oh yeah. You know, all the big fish she catches are actually mine. I just let her bring them in. So
yeah. Hey, get her into fishing. That way, she'll always be your fishing partner. Mine, I did that. My daughter, if I go fishing and she finds out, even today, she's got three babies, and she finds out, oh, she gets mad at me. Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to go. I'd go with you. And she's almost 30 years old.
Yeah, I made a couple new videos this year in the beginning of the year. It was like right after New Year's Eve. It was like January 2nd. I went fishing and I got such a good day fishing for a couple hours. And I took my daughter the next day and made 2 videos in 2 days. You know, she was catching them just as fast as I was that day before.
Hey, Cody, welcome in. I hope your traps turn out good for you. Lizabella, welcome in.
Want to be? How's it going? Miss Lizabella, hello. Ernie Brown. Now, what type of line do you use? You say you use light line for your sinker. What's your main line? What line do you use on your breakaways or?
Well, normally I'm going 30-pound line if I'm going for like channel cats.
Mono.
I know I can catch some flathead, and then the weather's getting warmer. I go to 40. I just use 40-pound mono.
Mono. Okay.
And usually I use like 60 or 80-pound for my leader. You know, just because, you know, if they get around some structure and stuff, I want something that's going to hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this right here. How'd you come up with the name Mr. Kitty Whiskers?
Oh man, I just throw names out there, and I couldn't think of anything. You know, didn't want to find something that somebody else had, and just actually, I think Mr. Kitty Whiskers was going to be our catfish name for the tournaments. So it ended up, my friend Bob didn't like that. He said I shouldn't pick names for the for the tournament. So I was like, okay. So made it my YouTube channel, Mr. Kitty Whiskers, and I searched around. I didn't see anybody had it before I even picked it. So
there you go.
Yep. Yeah, hey, Lance McCool, thank you for coming in, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Lance.
What's up, Lance?
Y'all go check him out. He is sponsored by Jules Catfish Bait. Y'all go check him out, and he'll get you hooked up with some awesome stink bait. I'm telling you, this stuff, you can't throw this stuff off the hook once you put it on there. It stays on. And I have seen lives, and I've had people on my lives fishing that use that stuff, and I've seen the fish hit that stuff. It pulls jank down.
Let's see.
Y'all got any questions for Mr. Kitty Whiskers here? Y'all throw them out. Go out there.
When you fish a river, like when you're fishing in the river or anywhere you're at, do you have a preferred type of sinker? Do you ever use like egg sinkers, no rolls?
I use the coin sinkers.
Coin sinkers?
Yeah, the coin sinkers seem to get less hung up when I'm fishing, even if it's rocky, muddy. I have more luck with that than trying to use a bank sinker or a pyramid sinker.
How heavy you usually go on ounce?
Anywhere from 3 to 5. Normally I'm at 3 ounce.
Holy cow! See, man, the reason why I ask is because there's people that they'll be like, "Oh, I throw about 6 to an 8." That's insane,
you know,
And
I don't.
that's why I said for fishing river, that shocked me.
From the bank, if I'm fishing from the bank, I'll go a little heavier to keep it out there. But a lot of times it's like I'm throwing it out and it's going down and settling. Sometimes I can get a bite between that where it's hopping down the river a bit, like I'm bumping almost.
Yeah.
So
Sandy Toes wants
if I
to know.
go too heavy, sometimes I'll get hung up real quick because it's at a rock and it's in there.
Yeah, it ain't get until the fish hits it.
Yep.
Sandy wants to know: do you have an ultimate fish? Something that you dream of catching?
Something I don't normally catch?
No, the fish that you would just love to go after.
What's your dream fish? Your money fish, like your wildest dream?
Oh man, I'd like to eventually one day go to the Amazon to catch some of those big red tail catfish and stuff that they have down there.
Oh man, yeah.
They got
beautiful
they got the spotted shovel nose catfish down there where it's like black and white, looks like almost like a cow design.
Yeah, that's it. They were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Leon said,
"How old were you?" Go ahead, buddy. We think the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Leon wants to know how old were you when you started fishing?
Oh man, I was probably like 3, maybe 3. Yeah, about 3. I was pretty young. Yeah, got my first little tiny. I think it was a transformer rod, I believe. A little blue rod.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming in. Welcome to come in. Thank you so much. Yeah. Carl said he was 3 years old when he started fishing.
Yep.
That's the question for tonight, folks. If y'all fish, how old were you or how young were you when you started fishing?
My daughter was 2.
I mean, a lot of people.
She was about 2.5 when I took her.
I've met a lot of people that started fishing, but they didn't start fishing until like in their late 20s and early 30s, and maybe 40s.
Yeah.
And they got into it and they really loved it. And I've met people that said that my daddy used to take me back in a backpack. I'm still wearing diapers.
There you go. Now, that's your dream fish? Well, what's your best catch so far to date? What's your most special, most unique fish? And like, what about it was unique to you?
Like what I like to do? I like to catfish. That's my go-to. Just catfishing.
But like, what's your best fish? Like, man, like, what's your best memory of catfishing? Maybe it was your PB. Maybe it was because you caught an albino. Maybe you caught 2 on 1.
Yeah. Nothing really spectacular,
Okay.
Nothing that I can think of offhand.
I seen that one video where y'all were catching them on that Jello chicken.
Oh, that was Kool-Aid chicken.
The Kool-Aid chicken.
Yep, that was down there in that was the Harrisburg area, right off City Island.
No, because you see my comment on there, and but for the people in here, like, do you catch release? Do you eat any?
I used to eat them. Years back, I used to keep some. The bigger ones I'd throw back and keep the smaller ones. I don't keep them anymore. It's just strictly catch and release only. No matter what the fish is and what I catch, it's catch and release.
Catch and release. Okay.
All right, Sandy, hurry back.
Yep,
in my 20s, I started to love fishing. Yep.
There you go.
Well,
I'm still not allowed to
I
pick
thought you were
my
20 years old.
Let's see.
I thought you was 20 years old.
Wait, you're not allowed to pick your own fishing rods?
I'm not allowed to pick.
I said last time I went fishing was about 6 years ago. I think Jeremy was going fishing the next day after he was born. I mean, just see you later, Mama. I got my bottle. I'm headed to the river. That dude can fish. Jeremy Tournament Cats. If y'all would share his link out, please. Drop him down. And if you haven't hooked up with Jeremy, go check him out. If you haven't hooked up with Mr. Kitty Whiskers here, I'm telling you, go check him out. He's got his daughter out there. They're fishing, and she seems to love it. He's fishing with some good friends. Got some good footage. Got some good videos. Awesome channel.
Yep. Now, for everybody that doesn't know in
awesome
here,
channels in here tonight.
for everybody in here that don't know, like, what can they expect on your channel? What type of environment? Family friendly? Maybe a cuss word here and there.
Oh, definitely family friendly.
Okay.
You know, I want something that, like, you know, they could definitely watch with their kids. There's definitely not going to be sitting there and swearing and cussing and hoping and hollering. Now, if I catch like 114-pound blue catfish, I'm sorry, I might be dropping a few bombs, but you know, that's in the moment, so it is what it is. But for the general part, it's family friendly.
I mean, I'm just reason why I asked. I mean, I asked that too for some of the other people we interview and stuff. Just that way people know ahead of time. That way they'd be like, "Hey, let's watch this video," and then all of a sudden, first few seconds, beep beep, you know.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Trying to cover the kids' ears real quick.
Yeah.
Now I've got a bunch of mods in here. Y'all should drop your links. Go, feel free to drop your links and drop if somebody comes in and they're not a mod, can you drop their links, please?
Oh yeah.
And because you know they can't drop theirs, and make sure you get Carolina Real Screamers, drop their link for me, and Outdoors with Big Matt. And Dominic Hollis, I know you're blue. Drop your link, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget my buddy JTC.
Leon, night. There's Dink over Stink. Squirrels, Magnet Fishing, Half Century Fishing. Hello, JNS Outdoors.
Now I noticed that you're working on a boat. Are you still working on that and getting it ready to go hit that big river catfishing?
Yeah, you know, I just had to upgrade my rod holders. I had these $20 Drift Masters that I bought as like a 4-pack, and they were like real small and thin. So I always had to keep my drag set really, really light, you know, because I don't want like, you know, like a 60-pound flathead scoop up and then just, you know, snap it off and I lose a rod and a rod holder in seconds. Yeah. A good video, but I don't want that video. I'll watch somebody else's video when that happens. But
yeah, you don't want to be like Tad of the bait shop. Lose that pole. But he threw his out of the boat. I guess he didn't want it anymore.
Yeah, like the P City Smitty.
Yeah,
he lost that rod out there.
I've seen
that sucks when it happens.
Several of them do that.
That's a sacrifice to the fish gods.
Yeah.
I just don't see how you got. Say you got an 80-pound blue. You got a monster rod holder. And you got one little rod sticking up on the bottom, holding that rod and that 80 pound up. You know, but monster rod holders, I guess they're pretty tough, pretty stout.
Yeah,
and, I've seen some
just because they're called that's because they're called monster rod holders.
I've seen some of them, man, that the stud ain't no bigger round than a pencil. Then I've seen some that was big as round as your thumb. That's the ones I want right there.
Yeah, they're definitely thick. They're definitely heavy duty. I can't wait to try them out here. Actually, this Saturday coming up is my other tournament. So I'm going to make a video on that one. I'm definitely going to have everything I need to make a video. So
there you go. Now, what type of gear you got? Like, what's your rod setup, reel setups?
At the moment, I don't have any Uncle Lou rods, just so everybody knows. No. But I was going to get some Uncle Lou rods. He just didn't have the medium heavy spinning rods at the time. So I'm still using my
everybody's been waiting on those.
Yeah, I got my Cabela's whopping stick. It's like I think a 7-foot sticks.
There you go. The whop,
medium heavy.
Yeah, I heard of those.
And I got my 10-foot Cat Max. You know, I always bring that on the boat. Bob says it's too long for a boat. I say it's not. So
hey, Dick Overstink, what's going on, brother? Lance said fishing is in his blood. He thinks he came out with a rod and tackle box ready to go.
Yeah. Some people, man, they got the rod and tackle box ready to go.
Yeah. It just comes natural. A lot of people, it just comes natural for them. Like crappie fishing. My father-in-law used to tell everybody, he goes, because can he crappie fish? And he goes, shoot, he can catch one out of a mud hole. I mean, and just go a dirt road. If there's a hole of water in it, he can catch one out of there. If there's a fish, he's going to catch it. I mean, when it comes to crappie fishing, I can catch crappie. And because I love fishing for them things. Mr. Kitty, I have what would I say? I have used hey Boo Rock, what's going on? I have used 12-footers on my boat.
I like my 10-foot rod. I love it. I've been using it for years. It's a Cat Max. Like I said, I pulled in I went to the river one time and I pulled in a tire and a rim. I think it was like a 16-inch tire and rim out of the river.
Golly.
So it's tough.
Yeah, that's a heck of a catch right there. Now, what type of hook do you use? Circle hooks, J hooks, offsets?
I normally use circle hooks. I like Calais hooks. I'm lazy. I want the fish to hook themselves.
There you go. There you go.
So I mean, you have to be patient. You have to wait for the fish to take the rod and start bending it down and get hooked with the circle hook. J hooks, you get that. You get a few hits. People want to pick the rod up and wham, they want to hit the fish real hard.
Yeah. So. Ron said he can't wait to try out that bumping rod he's got. So hope you catch a good one. Let me ask you something, and everybody in the chat, I need your answers on this too. So participate in this. Here's a question for all you guys and ladies: when you're in a boat, what is the best rod to use? What do you prefer, 7-foot or the 10-footers to fish from the boat with?
There's probably a lot of people that ain't fished with 10-footers. I ain't never fished with a 10-foot rod.
I ain't either. I mean, there's a bunch of them. Some of them in the Mississippi River they do. They'll fish there with the 10-foot rods, and
I don't think we'll get many
rods. Yeah,
I don't think we'll get many answers on that.
I'll tell you what. Growing up, I watched my dad fish with European style rods, 13-foot, 12-foot. You know,
surf rod
the big
type.
Rods.
Yeah, surf rod type.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's
your go-to knot whenever you're out there rigging?
It depends on the rig, but most of the time I try to go with a polymer knot. That's pretty much my go-to, and then my snail. I like to snail the hooks on my rigs.
All right, those never let you down. He said. Let's see.
Hey, normally, if I need a real quick knot, I just do like the hangman's knot real quick.
Yeah, hangman knot. Let's see.
Yeah.
I think you call that the uni knot. I think you want to call it.
Yeah, I like Mr. Ernie Brown's answer. Mr. Ernie Brown said, well, on a boat, really don't need a big rod, but it's what you feel good in using.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my Cabela's whopping stick, that's like my lucky rod. That and my ugly stick are the two rods that are most likely going to get a fish on.
I'm assuming the one is the GX2s. Is it one of the new ugly sticks or the old school ones? A lot of people would like.
Oh, it's an old one. I probably bought that years ago, and I bought it as a bass rod, but I always keep 30-pound line on it. So
yeah, a lot of people they're like, man, they hear ugly stick, they're like, only the old ones are the best ones. Only the old ones are the good ones.
Yeah. I have medium action ones that I use for trout fishing. So
yeah, they work perfect.
Now, if you're fishing from the bank, what like a lot of people say, a lot of bank guys are saying 12, 13, 10s. If you're fishing from the bank, what is your preferred length on a pole?
Well, right now I only have a few rods to use. So me using a 10-foot rod right now, that's one of my main rods. I have 4 rods I use for the tournaments and just for everyday general fishing. So I definitely need to buy some rods.
Any rod limit where you're at?
Yeah, you can only use 3 rods per person.
That way later on in the future, nobody will ask, like, well, why didn't you got more rods out there?
Yeah, well, this Catfish Mafia tournament that we do, you're allowed 3 rods a person. If there's 2 people in the boat, you're allowed to have 6 rods. But if you have 3 people, 4 people, it's 6 rods. That's the limit.
That's it.
So,
Do you do a lot of tournaments?
last year I did my first tournament in August, and then I did September, and it was just like the last 2 tournaments of the year. But this year we're going to do every tournament. We're going to see where we can place, because we don't just win money from the tournament when we play it. We gather points for each tournament that we do. So at the end of the tournaments, they do like an award thing where they give out like the top 8 teams awards and plaques and stuff like that. So, and there's also like youth anglers that are in it that can win prizes. People donate stuff to the young kids, like rods and tackle.
Yeah, stuff like that. Okay. That Lance said, so Uncle Lou rods are great now.
Hey, talking about Uncle Lou Ross spin cast. I've been after him. When are you gonna get him in? Because I told him I'm buying one as soon as he gets them in, because that's what I like to use to spin cast reels. And
Lance, in reality, man, it's Mad Cat rod. The Mad Cat.
I'll get one if I like it. I'll order another one. I said, but I want to try one out because everybody's got one and they really like them, stuff like that. But me, I like the Mad Cats.
Mad Cat's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
And here pretty soon, I'm hoping to get to own me about. I'd like to have about 4 of them, because that's about the. I've always fished with like 2 rods and 3 rods when I catfish, but there's some places where I like to have 4. On Mississippi River, 3 is my max. That's all I want to handle. But
yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick what kind of rod I wanted to use, I don't know what I'd actually use. There's so many good rods out there. B&M is good rods I know people who use those and they love them. You know, you got Mad Cats out there. So.
Some people rock some from 6 gills, the 6 gill rods.
Yep. Now, there's a rod company out there. It's called Hook 'em Big. They got rods out.
Yeah, Sandy, just not in the competitions. Every competition's different. Some allow you 2 rods, some are 3, some are 6. Some will say, okay, you can put out as many rods on your boat as you want. But you always got to follow the state regulations in your area. Like here on the Mississippi River and its tributaries, 2 rods, you can have up to 50, but 2 of them has 2 rod limit. You got to have every other one labeled, and then everywhere else it's 3 rods and have them all labeled.
Yeah.
So you've got to just know, like there. You got your law say, hey, you can only fish 1 rod with 3 hooks on it.
Yeah.
So it's just different, and the same as the competitions. They'll tell you, okay, you got 3 rod limit tournament. Okay, 6 rod limit tournament. Okay.
Yep.
You see them out there, and there's rods all the way around the boat. They're like a water porcupine going across here.
Yeah. JVT said a good point. He said, I dig the Big Cat Fever rods and the Hellcat version of the Slime Cat. Yeah, those are good rods too. The quality of the Uncle Lou rod is unmatched. Hate to tell you, man, that Mad Cat rod, it's up there. It's up there, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, you'd be like Big Mike, fishing with Big Mike. He loves them Slime Cats.
Yep.
Yeah. They look like they got a lot of flexibility in them, and they're pretty nice rods, and they reflect on a lot very good. But I'm not a real big fan of Slime Cats, but I just like them Mad Cat rods. This
Uncle Lou that I got right here behind me, I won it in a giveaway, and whenever I got it out of the tube and I inspected it, one of the eyes on it, it actually looked like somebody, I don't know, man, it looks like somebody took a little grinder to it and like touched it one good time. And I didn't realize that till I took it out, and like I said, I inspected it real good. And I was like, man, if I throw that out there, if my line gets caught on that, my whole rig's flying. It's gone. It's
get back, hold up to Lou and get with him and tell him you like to change it out because it's got a flaw in that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I won it in a giveaway. I don't know if he might. I don't know if he will help me out with it. I don't know, but I guess I'll talk to him about that.
Man, check it out. That's one of his rods, and he stands behind his rods. And if you can't stand behind your rods like he does, you need to get out of the business. If you get one that's flawed, he'll change it out. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I've heard it before. If you even said it before on someone else's live, that if you open a product from him and you ain't happy with it, he said let him know right away. And he said it's not a big deal. He said just let me know. That's all he asked.
Yep. Hey Raymond, the mod father. Glad you come in. JBT, what's going on? Glad you come in there. Hope you're feeling better. Get out there in that water and get her done.
Let's see.
I only said, but I'm still getting at least one Uncle Lou roll. Yeah. Tanya, be prepared. If he gets one, he's going to want another one. Jay Fox Hunter, what's going on, Jay Fox? I hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, Lance said that there's people that say 7.6 rods ain't good from the bank because you can't cast them far. He said, I 100% disagree. That's true. That's true.
I've heard a guy say if you got to cast over 100 yards from the bank, he said you better get a boat.
Look at there. Bugman said, if I had a 2-piece rod in lieu, I would have 5 of them.
There you go. Oh, yeah. A 2-piece rod, don't get me wrong. I like 2-piece rods.
Yeah. I like breaking them down and storing them.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to haul them in a car, I mean, you got to.
Yep, you have a rod from the back seat all the way to the front.
Yeah.
I want to try something a little different tonight on our show. How about our special guest here? How about he asks the chat a question?
Ooh.
You want me to ask the chat a question?
Yeah. What's one question you want to ask the chat, or what would you like for everybody to know? Something like that.
I love involving my chat, man. They're awesome people.
Oh yeah,
good folks. A lot of awesome channels in here, and I love to get them involved. And I'm always asking questions, and Apache's asking them questions and stuff. Getting them involved and everything. So this time, I thought we'd do something a little different. Get you to ask them a question.
Oh, I'll ask everybody a question. What don't I know about fishing?
Good one. Good one.
I guess what I'd like to ask everybody is, what time of the year do you prefer to use chicken for bait?
Oh man, you done opened up a can of worms on that one.
Think about
it. How much you want to bet? One response is going to be that chicken doesn't belong in water.
Yeah. I caught fish on chicken. I know it works. I just started using it last year, and I caught a lot of channels off it.
Who motivated you to use chicken? And I swear, if you say Dieter Milhorn.
It'd probably be my friend Bob. He said he's seen a lot of videos on it, and he had to try it because right before the tournament started, he went to try all these new things. So, and I put chicken on and threw it out. 5 minutes later, I'm reeling in the fish. So I was like, it does work.
Look at that one. We already got somebody rod knockers over there. Look what he said.
I mean, I'd prefer to use shrimp over chicken, but I'd probably end up using both just to make sure that I'm going to catch something.
Yeah, for real.
Jay Fox Hunter said, hey, Whiskers and Apache. Me, I like using chicken before winter sets in, right? Late fall. That seems to work the best on the Mississippi River that I've seen so far. I mean, a lot of people use it all the time. In the wintertime, I don't like using it because chicken and cold water, the cold water don't let the chicken oil come out. You know what I mean? Yeah. It like almost just gets cold and it stays there. It's like about putting in a bowl of water in the refrigerator. You notice the water don't get oil, but if you let it set out at room temperature, the water kind of gets oily looking.
Yep.
And so I like to use it late fall. That seems to be a pretty good time to use that.
You see, put Sandy Toes up there. Look at their comment. I thought that was pretty funny.
Okay. It's like my supper's arrived.
Sandy Toes said, when to use chicken? When you're desperate.
That's every time I go fishing.
When you get ready to barbecue.
For real. Oh, man.
Downtown Art Brown said, hey, I got service. Cool.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Krill said I use the chicken liver. Oh yeah, man, that's the old. Oh
Yep.
yeah, that right there, that works.
Chicken livers and hot dogs.
Oh yeah, the old glizzies. Let's see. JBT said I can always get cut bait, so I really never use it. But chicken does work. I don't know why that got so popular. Because when I was a kid, me and my bro used to use chicken. My mom would get pissed. There you go.
Yep.
And a lot of people
gonna
use chicken gizzards because it's harder and it stays on better.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to use skipjack and moon eye and carp.
Yep.
And I think the only time I use chicken is when I don't have that bait available to me.
Yep.
I used chicken quite a bit this year, and one time I used it because I didn't have no bait fish, and I didn't have time to run up to Kentucky and go get any. So I used chicken, and then and I still used it even when I got my other bait because I had to use it. That was all it was good for. After I done soaked it up in Jello and stuff and Kool-Aid.
All right.
Pop use livers. Now that there are things to hold on it, I'm going to try it again. JBT says my go-to bait is cut carp and cut bluegill. Hey, cut carp, you can't beat that.
Oh yeah.
Especially for channel cats. Channel cats eat that stuff up. What does she fix me here?
Oh we. All right. Let's see.
Chili fries. Dink
Dink
over
over
stink. I
stink
used to love getting
Yeah.
the jar of shag gizzards. But I haven't been able to find them in years. I don't know about that. Bloodworms are always a winner around here. Blue Rocket said, "Hey, Fox, what's going on?" Man, I tell you what, I'm so tired and wore out from this past weekend, man. I don't know. I can't even think of any questions to ask. It's like
Yeah.
my
No,
brain's
let's see.
from 4:30 that
Everybody
morning
guess your
till
age.
yeah. I fished on them rocks down there, carrying up in rocks, fish and stuff in the buckets. From 4:30 that morning till, I bet I fished till 9:30 that night. Then I got on swamp donkeys, catfish is live, and I talked to them. Then finally I told them I had to go, and I was tired.
Shogun said, "Oh, go ahead. I thought you were done. Sorry. Go ahead."
Then woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and been going ever since. It's like my brain's tired.
Yeah. Usually you're sipping on coffee.
Yep.
When the lid pops off, they're ready.
Yeah, I was reading that. That's what I was about to say. That was. Yep.
Dink over stinks. Yep, it was a jar of something or other. It moves so fast, the chat's moving. It was just gizzards worked great for channel cats. Stayed on the hook like a champ. Yeah, we have a big Tyson's Chicken is down the road from us about 20-something miles, and we can go there and get gizzards and livers and rooster livers.
Oh, Sandy Toes, that's a really good question. I mean, that's the best. That's one of the best questions we've asked on this channel in a while.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very good question. We all need to stop and just think about that for a good
Read
second.
it out. I can't hardly see it.
What says? Do you three have a goal that you would like to reach this year with your fishing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the goal for fishing for me would be trying to win every tournament this year and getting down to the Potomac River to catch some blue catfish that I keep seeing and Chunky and all them out there catching those big blues and stuff. I want to get down there. I'm only a few hours away, so
yeah,
that's my goal this year, to get down there and do some blue fishing in Maryland.
That Potomac is covered up in blue cats down there. That's why they catch so many of them, man. They are covered up in blue cats down there. That's blue cat heaven.
Yeah.
Good fishing waters. What is yours, Apache?
Oh man. I mean, I'm not trying to get all personal here and whatnot, but I mean, in this last week, I've had a few a few life-changing experiences here, that popped up recently and whatnot, and just threw a wrench into everything. And just right now taking it I had to step back a little bit from fishing, kind of put that to this back burner. But hopefully in a month, I'd like to, get back on the carp tournaments like I was. Now that it's going to be a lot warmer, I'm going to try and jump on that and stick to that for a little bit. Just because it's something new to me and something new to the channel. Maybe a little bit of crappie fishing on the side as well. But if I can do some catfishing, I mean, that's my biggest thing is I just need to find some better catfish holes. Because, I mean, if the catfish ain't in the water, in your waters or in your area, they're just not there.
No.
I mean, so that's my problem.
For me, it's I don't think I'll ever break my channel cat PB. But I'm gonna try to, and I'm gonna try to get a new PB on my blue. And one of my goals is just get the Ranger boat back in the water. I got to find a starter for it and get it rigged up for some drift fishing. Because there's a hole that I want to drift fish. I did it last year before last, and I hung up some big fish. Never could tell what they were. They broke the line or they got off, but I've never seen a fish bend a pole like these do. So they've got to be some giants in there. And
that's why those fish are so big.
Yeah, well, every year at that time, all the shad from Mississippi River goes back up in there, and it's just when you're trolling through there, you can hear them hitting the boat.
Yep.
There's so many, and you can drift fish and drop them lines to the bottom of the water and just sit there and just slowly float with a little bit of current that it has, and man, all of a sudden that pole just go whoop and just bend straight down.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna do that.
Oh, JBT asked me. He said, "Where are the carp tournaments?" I mean, we got some here, some of the pay ponds here in North Carolina. I mean, they've been going on for a while, but me and the father-in-law, he's my teammate, So we decided to wait a little bit longer until they start going from my last video that I went live on the carp tournament. They were hitting bread and chow. And now we're waiting for them to hit the transition to oats and rice. So that's the time that we're waiting on because, I mean, the rice is, when they start hitting that rice, it's a whole different game.
How about corn for carp? That's all I've ever used to catch carp is corn.
I mean, the ones here, they're picky. I mean, we mix them with the bread. I mean, just like we don't even use a fourth a can of corn with our bread. But once we're done with that, we never use corn after that. Yeah.
I never tried the dough bread or the dough balls and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like people in the UK, they use boilies. Like here, they will not touch boilies. They will not even they won't even figure it out. They won't even touch it. But I don't know what it is. It's just rice. It's just that steam in a bag rice. Put your flavorings in it, your K-Row and your sweeteners and whatnot, and then let it sit for about a day or two. And that stuff right there, man, when you pack it up, if you overpack it, that water won't penetrate into the inside of it and it won't fall apart.
I heard there's a trick to it.
Yeah, it's a trick, man. You don't want to underpack and you don't want to overpack. So it's kind of a little,
Do you ever use boilies? I don't know what that is.
Boilies are like little small red balls. They're about the size of like a bottle cap. But you use a hair tie rig, like a hair rig, where you put the line through the boilie and you tie the line to your hook. So it kind of hangs off of the hook a little bit. So whenever they suck the ball, yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen JBT use them in some of his videos when he's carp fishing.
Yeah. See, we've even tried making because I ordered some online and they won't touch them. I even tried making homemade boilies and they don't touch them at all either.
Yep.
I've caught a lot of carp on worms.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
I was using
the river,
worms and I was catching carp all day one time.
Yeah, and the river, that's the main thing. And the river is Nightcrawler, and it's a day. I haven't ever had
Yeah.
any luck. I just use corn, chum water first with sweet corn. Yeah.
Yeah, when they got a lot. They're talking about chicken liver in the chat. Now
Chicken
my
liver and
PB
weed.
channel cat was 30 pounds, and then like I tell people, I said it was about 5, maybe 10 minutes. It's somewhere in that range right there. I caught a 28-pound channel cat out of the same spot using chicken liver, and I caught several smaller ones, about 10 to 12 and 8 and like that out there. But what I done was I've get a piece of chicken liver out and I've laid it on a rock, get it flattened out, and I take my knife and I cut off the edge of the firm side, and I put that thing on my hook like a worm. Then I throw it out there. Then as it's setting and waiting, the other part of the sun's kind of like cooking that on that rock and toughening the outer skin up. And so I kept cutting strips down through there.
Now, Lance, I seen Lance said something a little bit ago. Have you ever done the borax trick to like harden up your chicken livers? No.
I use nylon pantyhose. I just wrap them up in little tiny balls and just hook the hook through the nylon. Because once you put a hook through the nylon, it seems like you got to cut it off or just throw the whole thing away.
Yeah. Because like what the borax does is you pour that powder on there, whatever, and it
Dries it out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it takes all the moisture out of it, and that thing turns into like a little strip of leather.
Yeah.
But once
I
it
don't
does
know if
that,
that's male or female, but one was 30 pounds, the other one was 28. They were a big, big, big one. That's the biggest catfish I've ever caught.
Oh yeah. I mean, let's see. Yeah, Dominic said that's a great idea. Here, we'll go ahead and let's see.
Y'all got any questions now? Ask him up. Ask him up. Because I've watched his videos and he's quite knowledgeable about catfishing. I'm telling you. If you haven't hooked up,
I mean, I'm not epic, but I'll try.
Yeah, we're not. We're on YouTube, folks. We're all not. Nobody on YouTube is like a pro. Everybody throws a hook out and they get lucky.
No, you see me on the Cat
Masters. They know their waters. They know what's in there. And they know how to fish them waters. Yeah. And they know that them fish possibly should be there. And if they're there, they're going to catch them.
Like right now, what type of waters are you fishing right now? As in, like right now, everybody's trying to say that you should stay shallow right now. And then there's some that are looking for deep 80-foot holes.
You know, in this area where we're fishing, you're looking more for like muddy bottoms where the fish are still kind of laying in the mud a bit because the water's still kind of cold, so they're not really moving out so much. But occasionally you're going to get those couple of catfish that don't go to the mud and they're hanging in the rocks about, I'd say 8, 9, maybe 10 feet water.
Yeah.
That was probably like where we were catching most fish in like 9 foot of water for the tournament that we just did. We tried 14 foot, we tried 6 foot, we tried every foot there was, and it seemed like 9 foot range was where they were hanging.
And was that suspending? Like, was you suspend fishing on the bottom?
No, that was just anchoring. We just picked different spots. We're looking for ledges and stuff, drop offs where went from like 9 foot to like 6 right away or something, and then would swing back around and try to hit that again and get right up on there.
Okay.
So.
Okay, we got another question. It says right here, from all that fluff and stuff, do you fish for sport or do you fish to eat?
For sport.
Okay.
Some days I'm just fishing to take my daughter fishing and show her everything. I want her to get to be able to do the boat and everything by herself. That'd be great. So I don't have to do nothing.
There you go, man. Started me on. Now, let's see. A little bit ago, you said you used to eat them and stuff like that. What was your favorite? So, what was your favorite type of catfish to eat?
Channel cats. I like. I always fillet them and pan fried them. And when we started getting, I'd say we started getting flatheads around here. I tried eating a few of those, and they were actually taste better than channels. But
yeah, I was about to say some people they'll like straight out, flat out disagree. Like, oh man, flatheads, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but they were small ones that I caught.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you catch a nice small one, that's good.
Yep. There is a limit. You get too big, and then they start tasting more like the river.
Yeah.
You get that what they consider the game taste.
Yeah. Some of them say, "Oh, you got to cut out that mud line." You know, you get that mud line
Yep.
out. Mwah, flavorful flavor.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the discoloration in the flesh. You know, you can see where the fat content and stuff is. It's good to cut. I cut that out, but
you see that brown streak down through there. Cut that brown streak out. You got white meat on both sides. I mean, it's channel cats. They go after live. They will eat something dead if it's floating, and they think it's food. And but they mostly chase live fish running through there to eat live bait.
Yeah, I'm all about catch and release now. Conservation, basically. Just all of our tournaments we do are catch and release. And like during the tournament, if we catch a fish and it doesn't swim away, those are points. That weight is deducted from our total. So the fish have to be alive and healthy. So
that's how a tournament should be. That's a heck of a good rule right there, man.
Yep.
Because there's some people that abuse a tournament like that. And they're like, man, I'll just use this little small J hook, let them get gut hook, and then they're like, we ain't definitely gonna lose fish like that, and then.
Yeah, that's why I like circle hooks and KLA hooks, because they're automatically going to go to the corner of the mouth or in the front or the top. You know what I mean? They're going somewhere non-vital.
So I mean, that's what
a lot of people don't. They don't. Why do you do that for? That just hurts that fish. You out there hooking that fish.
Is that about a good size hook like that?
Yep.
Because
yeah, that's a good one.
Because I mean, I seen Dink over Stink say what type of hooks you use. And brand
Nocturnal Nation.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the next tournament. They're 6-aughts. They're called pig stickers.
Yeah, the pig stickers. I've heard.
They're almost like a J hook, but they're actually kind of curved a little bit. So I think I'm gonna try them out and see what happens.
Let's see. Rod Knocker's got a good one.
Brady, what's going on, girl?
Rod Knocker said, "Why do the catfish show up when scanning with sonar? Set the spot lock, and then they disappear."
Because the water's been disturbed up top.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it also depends on what like how deep the water is and stuff. But some of them fish, they're just real finicky, man. They just really are.
Yep.
They're real finicky, especially if your waters are pressured. If some of your areas are really pressured into, constantly being overfished, they get real skittish, and because fish don't get big by being dumb and biting hooks all day, so they know what to look out for and stuff like that. That's kind of like the other morning, Miss Pontoon Jody, before she done that one tournament, she hooked into few good channel cats, and she said, should I keep fishing here? Because I keep getting good bites. Like, do I want to keep pressuring this spot, or should I move? And the whole chat agreed that she should go ahead and move instead of sitting there and keep pressuring, keep pressuring and keep, bothering them, I guess, if you want to say. I mean,
I give it a half hour. If I don't get a bite in a half hour on the boat, we're moving like 100 yards to the, upstream a little bit, maybe out a little bit towards the channel. We're gonna find them, because when you're in a good spot, it only takes 5 to 6 minutes before one of your rods go down if the fish are there.
Yeah. See, that was her thing. She was getting hits here and left and right, and she was like, I don't want to stay here and mess this spot up. And it was shallow water, man. I think she was fishing like 12 to 15 foot of water. Dink over Stink said,
"Thank you for coming in, bud. Appreciate that."
Oh yeah, Miss Ashley, hello. Dink over Stink said, what kind of pig stickers? Eclipse or question mark?
I bought a variety of them when I got them. I got the Eclipse, Nocturnal Nation. I got the pig sticker, and I got just the regular circle hook.
Yeah.
And then I also got, I think that was it. That's all I got for them. And I'm telling you, their circle hooks are sharp. I used them, and I was catching fish with them, so they definitely work.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Gray Wolf got that good question. Do you let your bait, like chicken, sit and get spoiled before you use it?
Oh man, my dad, that's all he did he would
Hey,
have
Mama.
what they call a salad where it had crayfish, it had panfish, anything just sitting out for like 3-4 days in the summer. And then he'd take it and freeze it after it started stinking. And that was his bait. And he caught fish with it, but that wasn't my thing. It was just stinky. I didn't want to touch it.
Yeah. See, and Rebecca and Jamie, they said the same thing. They said, when you go and you put the spot lock on them like that, they're just on the move, and Lance said the same thing. Some of them catfish, whenever you put the spot lock on there, that fish more than likely was already on the move as well.
Yep.
Either it was, like I said, Lance said, depending on the time of year, either it's moving because of mating, spawning, whatever, if it's male or female.
Hey,
Looking
Carmel,
for
welcome
food.
in.
Just different variables, man. Just different variables that let's see. Which one was
Hey,
that
if y'all
one?
would, y'all drop Down East Tackles link, please, and make sure y'all drop the Ugly Dog Lures link. It's our sponsor.
Oh yeah.
We'll make sure we get his link dropped out there and show him some love.
There's so many people in here popping in. I'm trying to keep up with the questions that are asking.
Jeremy Tournament Cats, I don't think he's in here now, but he was. Drop his link in the Carolina Real Screamers and Swamp Donkey Catfish.
Raymond, there's Raymond. Look, see, Raymond's over here. I didn't even know he was there.
Oh yeah, Modfather's everywhere. He was in here.
Yeah.
I seen him.
They said that's what I got is Charlie Brown's and pig stickers. He said I've always used Gamakatsu big cat hooks.
Yep. I've also used Team Catfish hooks. They work fine. Eagle Claw hooks work fine. Just seemed like the Eagle Claw hooks aren't as thick as in like the diameter wire.
That's what I used to use until I ran into the catfishing community. I was always using Eagle Claw, and I mean that's what I would use growing up. Man, that's what your dad would go. Like I'd go with my dad. We'd go look for the tub of night crawlers. He'd grab a pair of the Eagle Claws, and we'd go.
They're already pre-snailed.
Yeah, so it's just the memories, I guess. Let's see.
And don't forget to drop that link. Thank you so much. JBT, JBT, drop his link. He's got some excellent fishing on his show too.
Hey, CVA, Rustic showed me that. Yeah. CVA, Rustic showed me that letter that you wrote, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it right here. I mean, it sits right there on my desk. It don't go nowhere.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Also, the stickers, it's still there. It's the first time I've got a hold of him. I texted him the other day, had him give me his address, and I got the letter right here, the mail right here. I can send it out tomorrow, and I finally got him on here, and I can show him that letter that you wrote. So I'll take care of it, buddy.
Sandy Toes had a good question as well before it starts scrolling up. Kitty Whiskers, what's the funniest moment you have ever experienced?
While fishing, the funniest?
Yeah.
Man. Probably be this beginning of this year, about I'd say last week. My friend Bob finally got his first fish of the year and had to go in the water and get it because it got stuck on a log.
Oh man. First fish of the year. There you go. I'd do the same thing too.
I was saying, he told him, you're going to have to go in that water and get him. He's stuck on a log.
Yep. No, but I also have a little short video of my daughter I think she's getting bit by a bass. She caught a bass when we went fishing for catfish. Yeah. She's holding the bass and it flopped in her hands and bit her finger.
Yeah, clamped down.
Yeah, she dropped it. She's like, "Oh my god, it bit me."
That's adorable. There's Carmel. Hello.
Well, I don't know about my funniest moment, but Saturday, the chat got a pretty good laugh when I fell down that rocks. I didn't hurt myself. I was right there in front of the camera, too. I turned and I went to step. Swoop, down I went.
Yeah, I think we've all done that on live or two. All right. Now, when you're out there, if you had to choose between your top, like out of your baits that you got in mind. You said you use your live bait, your bluegills, your chubs, and your chicken. What is your go-to bait? Like, what is the only bait that you'd fish with if you could only pick one?
Creek chubs. That's easy.
See, thank you. That's it,
If I
man.
can catch them.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I got, man. That's all I have too.
I'm
Hey,
telling you, I've had
Jeffrey,
results from creek
thank
chubs.
you for coming in.
They love them. It's like catfish candy.
That's what I call them, catfish candies. Yeah. I mean, they are hard to catch though around here. All these little small creeks are starting to dry up. We got a lot of new construction and logging going on around in my areas. So all these little creeks are starting to disappear. So catching creek chub they're like finding needles in haystacks. But those are
Yeah,
really, really
I
good.
drove around for an hour trying to find spots. I'd pull over, look underneath the bridge from this, certain streets, and like, oh man, that's just way too shallow. And then I finally find a place, and then I was catching creek chubs for the tournament. And again, I actually found a good spot where I actually went and got my daughter and brought her down to catch the rest of them for me.
Now you put them on a hole, or you chop them up and you dice them, or depending on how big.
If they're really big, I'll cut them up. So I'm using 2 hook rigs, or I have 2 hooks. So
okay,
yeah,
I'll chop it up. But I have another rod that has 1 big hook where I'll just hook the whole thing on. Yeah, I'm waiting for a big fish on the big rod. So
now
go check out Jeffrey's Angels, big channel supporter. If you connect with Jeffrey's Angels, they're huge channel supporters. They'll support you, and it's just an awesome channel themselves. But y'all jump over there and show Mr. Kitty Whiskers some love. Now y'all hook up with him. Now he's got some good video footage. I mean, he's got an awesome channel. And I dropped something. What it was?
Now, I had a question on my mind. When you transition from into the fall into the winter, and a lot of people they start downsizing from like say a bait that big to a bait about that big. Do you agree with that, or do you still stick with the same size baits?
In the wintertime, I know I'm casting channels, so my bait does get a little smaller, but not real small because I don't, I want to catch nice size fish. But if I'm going like flathead fishing, it's like usually the whole panfish, But
so
that's the only difference. It depends on what I'm fishing for.
Because a lot of people they say that, oh man, whenever it gets cold, they start short biting. They start doing short bites. I think if they're really hungry and they really want it, there ain't no such thing as a short bite. That thing wants to eat.
You're getting little fish. You're just getting these little tiny fish that are trying to peck at it. That's what you're getting.
That's the man.
And then when the little ones start pecking at it, the stuff gets loose in the water. The big ones usually will find it, come up there.
Yep.
Yeah. Like Lance says, what's the biggest bait that you throw that you use for catfishing?
The biggest bait I use?
Yeah. I mean, you say you throw a whole bluegill on there, so about what good size bluegill? So you say about
the size
of my hand?
About the size of my hand.
Yeah.
That's how I judge them. If they are bigger than my hand and they hang over, I throw them back.
Okay.
So I don't want to I don't want to deplete the area I'm fishing. So I want to throw all the big breeders back, and I'm keeping the medium-sized ones.
Keep the good genetics. Okay.
So
sweet. Now, do you do anything else besides just fishing? Do you do any hunting?
Yep.
Anything like that? Because I see is that a buck over?
Yep, we got that.
I see another. There you go.
Yep, you got another antler. Let me see if you can see you got those there.
That's a good old one right there.
Yeah, that's actually a 9 point. Well, actually an 8 point, but the one stick on it is not an actual inch. It's like 7/8.
Dang.
So,
okay.
But it's a 9 point to me. So
yeah, I understand. Now, but what's that fish mount right there? Who's that from? Where'd you get it?
That would be my my wife's father. When he passed away, we got some of his mounts and stuff that I put up there.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually a walleye that he caught right up there. That's a walleye, and then that's his deer mount, and then he has a squirrel.
A squirrel.
Yeah, there's a squirrel mount. So yeah, I do hunting. I just didn't hunt this year or last year because I'm just so more focusing on YouTube and fishing.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Sometimes you got to put other things on the back burner, to catch up on later. I mean, another question that I had is, let's see, because we talked about your hooks, we talked about the hook sizes and stuff like that. Let's see.
What do you
I'm
prefer?
I'm trying to write some of this down. Let's see. Sandy Possible. Oh yeah, everybody's saying that's a monster. Well, yeah, Lance said that's a monster walleye up there.
Yeah, it's a nice walleye. I never caught one that big. I'm jealous. It might come down.
Sandy Toes said a question for everyone: if your bait is being stripped without a hookup, what do you believe is the problem?
Using what?
Oh, Sandy Toes said that if our bait is being stripped, what's the problem? Like, why ain't we getting no hook sets if they're there picking at it?
Probably because they're real small and their mouths are real tiny.
Yeah.
So they're just picking the edge of the bait, and they might occasionally be tapping the hook, but most of the time, I notice a lot of times I'll see my bait where it has like long things in the back hanging, like it's being pulled.
Yeah.
And summertime, I'll bring bait up sometimes, and it's like a skeleton because the crayfish, I think, are tackling it.
Yeah.
So
they just get to it. Okay. I had a question on the top of my mind and it just went away. But let's see. Let's see if we got any more questions from anybody. Hey, there's Miss Bethany. Hello, hello.
Hello, Jax. Hey, Bethany. Welcome in, Miss Swamp Doggy.
Let's see.
All right, Greg. Get them flyers down now. She's taking. Get them flyers down. Hey, Kiss. Keeping it simple. Thank you, every each and one of you for coming in. We got 33 awesome people in here watching. Let's get it hooked up with a. Hold on a minute. I did. Oh, I just had a pain shoot right through there. Let's get hooked up with Mr. Kitty Whiskers, please. Let's hook him up. Go check him out. Hit the subscribe button and leave a thumbs up. Check out a video. Leave a comment on there. I guarantee you're gonna like what you see. Let's get him up there. He's a small channel, and we want to see him grow. And because he gets done, anybody who gets out there in that deep snow right there and fishing has got my respect because that's cold weather right there.
Yeah, if anybody gets on my my channel and they want to check out a video, it's called Something Seems Fishy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's a lot of pictures of stuff of the fish I was catching, and then there's a good little video of my daughter catching a fish at the very end, and she catches a really nice channel.
Now, I'm not sure if you went over it, but what can you go a little bit over your camera setup?
Right, you're getting carried away with your flyers now.
Like what kind of?
I just use my phone.
Okay. What kind of phone you got? iPhone?
It's Samsung.
Okay.
A50. It's like obsolete.
It's like obsolete.
Yeah.
No, okay, because I mean your quality on your videos are phenomenal. I mean they are awesome.
Yeah, I use
good quality.
I guess might be my editing software, because when I edit it, my videos from my phone, I do everything on my phone. But when I edit it, I have a chance to bring up the quality of the video before I actually save it to my phone to like upload it.
Alrighty.
So I think the editing software cleans up anything that's like, if it's not like real crystal clear, it clears it up.
Yeah. Okay, kind of gives it a more sharper look. Okay.
There's Miss Rustic.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Miss Rustic. Hello.
What video editor do you use for your phone?
It's called My Movie app.
Oh, okay. I've used it a few times. Yeah.
Yep. I went with that because it's so much easier. If you have just like, say, all I did was take pictures, I can actually make those pictures into like a movie.
Yeah.
With like a movie slideshow.
Yeah, like a collage you go with.
Yep.
I'll check it out. I'm using ViewCut, and I'm still trying to figure out how to. It takes me about 50, 60 times just to cut a video. I don't know why, but cut something out. It keeps messing up.
No.
It's wrong. Something.
Have you been involved with have you done any of the catfish tournaments online here in the catfish community?
Not yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to get me a musky bump board. I'm going to get the real big one, like the 60-inch one.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'm going to catch a 60-inch fish.
And that's gonna be the luck, man.
So I got to
Yeah.
go get a big bump board. My friend Bob, I think, is going to go halves on like to get one with me. So when
There
we
you
go
go,
fishing
man.
off the boat, like if we do a boat tournament for the month, he's going to sit there and help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alrighty. Let's see.
because it doesn't matter who catches the fish on the boat, long as that fish was caught out of that boat for the tournament, it counts. So
Yeah, that's it. That's the name of
And
the game, really.
JBT,
You know.
if I try to edit one, if I just try to cut out one little section, it takes me a couple hours to do it because I keep messing it up.
Ooh.
Cut
my
one little
movie
section
app
out, then it'll lose
works
this
really
section,
good.
so I have to delete it and start over.
Yeah, my movie app works really good. That it's something like I'm not computer savvy or anything, so that actually was kind of a breeze.
Yeah.
I'll go check that out.
J Fox got a good question. What do you like to look for when you go to a river to fish before you start fishing?
Jack's
If
leaving.
it's somewhere new and I've never fished it before, I'm looking for structure. I'm looking for deeper water. And I'm going to do like the old timers. I'm just going to look around and say that looks like a great spot. You know,
Oh, dude. That is
you can
awesome.
check places. You check places that has a lot of current, and then you can see like down below where the current starts to swirl.
Yeah.
So you might want to hit up somewhere on that swirling water. You know, a lot of bait getting hung up there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, and and it depends on what type of fishing you're going to do. I mean, if you're going walleye fishing, you're going to fish in a different spot than trying to go catfishing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's the thing. You know, a lot of people think that we're solely catfishing here, but we do a variety of fishing, people. We target every species. If it swims and if it can bite a hook, it's gonna get caught.
Yep.
So
There's many more fish out there than catfish. Some people, that's all they want to do is catfish. That's fine. That's great. They're awesome to catch.
Yeah.
I love catching them. But there's other fish out there too, like skipjack fishing. I love that because you talk about a fight. When one of them dudes, you be sitting there doing this here and that thing almost pull the pole out of your hand when it hits. And it don't have to be but about 10, 12-inch skipjack. And it's so strong and powerful that when they hit, to me, that's the most aggressive fish out there because they hit hard.
yeah. I mean, I can't say because I ain't got them in my waters, but I'd like to go out there and catch them.
But if you look at just not all of it, some of the live, if you catch where I'm catching fish, I'm sitting there doing this right here. All of a sudden, you see me bent down. I'm trying to get my pole situated. I'm trying to reel that dude in because I catch some great big old skip. So when you take one that's almost 3 pounds, man, that dude, man, he don't want to come in there, and he runs right up to the rocks, and you have to get your pole out there. And you're trying to muscle that thing in, especially against that current.
Yeah.
And then he comes up out of that water like that's why they call it Tennessee tarpon. They come up out of that water, try to throw that hook. Too late, buddy. It's that hook set, and I got you.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes, that double up, when you pull that line out and you got about 2 or 3 of them suckers on there hanging, that's the best thing right there.
Yep. I hooked up to 3 of them this Saturday, and I caught doubles, and I throw it out there, and I guess I hit a little pocket school of them. They're about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds apiece. And I hooked up all 3 of them. And I said, well, look here, I got a triple. And they got that last one jumped up out of the water. When he did, he threw that run in front of him off, and I got the very first one that hit the first hook on. It come in, but I lost the other 2.
Let's see.
Uncle Don, welcome in, Uncle Don.
Uncle Don. Oh, yeah.
Doing better.
Oh, yeah. He's been doing good. He's been doing that therapy.
Oh, yeah. JBT said, I catfish, carp, bass, and panfish.
Boom. There you go.
If my wife tells me, she said, well, I want to go crappie fishing, we go crappie fishing. If I tell her I'm gonna go catfishing, she goes, okay, I'm gonna sit here in this chair and watch TV.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the live.
Yeah.
I go out when
my
I
wife
live.
rather me go fishing.
She goes, you gonna go live? Why? Because I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
She don't care.
My wife is like, hey, can I go fishing? Sure. Can I go to the bar? No.
Yeah. Till you show the picture of your friend you fish with. Who's she? Why's she in a bikini? She's my fishing buddy. I said at home now, but I love panfish and bass fishing. Oh yeah, I love the bluegill fish, and I love the crappie fish. It's just
Oh yeah.
Since I've got this, we had the bait store and stuff like that, and the welding shop. Man, didn't have no time for that anymore. And now that the season for the crappie start hitting, that's the time the skipjacks start running. And so that's what we live all through the winter, and I'm busy doing that. But I got my son, he'll go crappie fishing and he'll catch us a bunch of them. I ain't worried about that.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Jacob, how you doing, Jacob?
Yeah, CVA
I've
said,
been watching your video,
CVA said, I'm
Jacob.
trying to learn catfishing, but it's being brutal to me.
Hey, I'm gonna go take a bathroom break real quick. I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
My wife fixed me some hush puppies, man, and I bet into one that probably had 5 jalapenos in it. And you talk about hot.
There you go, man. But right now, him taking a bathroom break is a good time. Everybody go ahead and drop each other's links amongst each other, hooks up some new people.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Check each other out. Go ahead.
This is happy hour. Drop your links, have fun with it.
Let's see.
Ask some tons of questions.
Yeah.
And y'all please shout out Outdoors with Big Matt. Make sure you get Big Matt's link out there. He is a huge channel supporter, and he keeps popping in and out. I know he is. I know he's hiding back here in the deal. And hey, Dot, I seen you come in. You sneaking in on me, but I caught you.
Yeah. There's Rod Knocker said, wife checked the old Facebook photos when we was on the brim beds. Then wants to go. That's how it is, man.
Yeah,
that's how it is.
I'm on Facebook. I got a page on Facebook. It's called Awesome Crappie Catchers. I think it's Wapapello's Awesome Crappie Catchers or something. Anyway, I can't remember. I've been on there a while, but usually I go on there and check it out. And when they start catching them off the banks and stuff, that's when I go. I got about a day to do it, so I make sure I get up there and get it done, and get back home, get ready to go skipjack fish next day, get the deep freeze filled up. Carolina Real Screamers just took a nap and woke up. I'm glad you took a nap, buddy. I laid down. I told the wife, wake me up at 15 to 4. I'm gonna lay down for about an hour, and boy, I was out. And when she woke me up, she goes, "What time did you woke up?" I said 15 to 4. She goes, "It's 15 to 4." I said, "Crap, I gotta get up, take a shower, and get ready."
There's Minister
Y'all drop
Brandon
Carolina Real Screamers link. Y'all have hooked up to them, man. That is the most awesome couples fishing channel that you can find right there. And Swamp Dog Catfishing, another awesome couple fishing right there. Those are 2 channels that you ain't gonna find nowhere else where you got a couple, and man, they work together and they make you feel welcome and loved. Now, me and my wife go fishing. I'll look over and say, "Oh, look how pretty she goes." Get that camera on me. I don't want the camera on me. Show love, baby. Show love.
We mass communicating.
Yeah.
Oh, me, oh my.
Does. I'll turn the camera. Look, oh, she's so pretty. She's over fishing. She'll look over. She'll go, "Get that camera off me." Don't want to be on camera. Oh, yeah, they are fun to watch. They make you feel like you're right there. So make sure y'all drop their links. Carolina Real Screamers, and please hit the thumbs up. Yep, that's right, buddy. Let's drop Carolina Real Screamers, Jeremy Tournament Cats, Swamp Dog Catfishing, Outdoors with Big Matt. And make sure you get our guest here tonight, Mr. Kitty Whiskers.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes. No, we appreciate you coming over here, and we actually get to put a face with the name now, Yeah. That's the good thing.
I should have done the live with like a catfish mask or something.
Dude, I swear to you, I was thinking, I was like, you know what?
He's a catfish.
Yeah. I was like, he's probably either going to be fishing tonight. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get on here and he's out fishing. I mean, and I was really hoping you were. I feel like
I
because
thought about it.
I'm
Yeah, she
getting fishing
put
withdrawals.
that camera on her. She goes, "Don't put that camera on me. I'm ugly. Don't put that over here."
Yeah. Yeah, my wife don't want to be on camera.
Yeah. Let's see. Make sure we got any more questions in here.
Oh, and please, would y'all please drop Ugly Dog Lures link for us for me and Apache, and because he is the sponsor of our show, he sponsors our show, and he's a real good guy. Makes awesome quality. He don't make the lures, but he gets in what he's got. He gets blah 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 blah. He gets lures in that he paints. And then if you ask for a special lure, he'll order it, get it in, and paint it to however you want it painted and done for your area. And he paints them, man. They're awesome.
And like you said, I mean, he just gets the
Down
plain,
east, you got that
plain
right.
shanks, and that's it. Plain shanks, whatever colors you want, he does it. That's it.
Yep. And go check out Down East Tackle for the most awesome tackle around. If you don't believe me, go check him out on his videos because he just set it up there on the chat. I watched it myself and I thought, well, you know what? I seen it all now. He tied his tackle to her. She sat on the ground. She had on like a backpack strap thing, tied it to her, and drug her across the floor. So his tackle's pretty strong. And he also hooked up to a car and had the neutral stuff, and he was pulling his car backwards with it. So go check him out.
Oh, and the hooks too. Whatever size hooks you want, he's got them. He's got any type of hooks you want. His are crimped, not hand tied, so they last for years. They'll probably outlast the rod and the reel you got them tied to. So,
not if it's an Uncle Lou rod.
Check him out.
Got the Wildcats.
Yes,
Wildcat rigs. He makes his Wildcat rigs, man. They are awesome to the bone. I can't wait to get them out in the river and get them tried out, which will hopefully be soon because me and Dominic Hollis is going to hook up. And but I have to do it on the weekend, Dominic. I can't do it through the week. So when you want to get hooked up on the weekend, man, I'm ready to go one day. Let's get it done because I am ready to get these out on that Mississippi River or the Ohio and try these things.
Let's see here. Look at that. Dominic already said, Down East, I will be contacting you soon. There you go. Hey, yeah, Down East, that's right. That said, that's proof right there that his tackle, can withstand, some.
Yeah.
I'd say some weight. I mean, that's what it is. Let's see.
Yeah, I do want to let everybody know that if you need a night light for like fishing at night, Compact's light, that's what I use, and it works great. Just let everybody know.
What is it?
It's called Compact's light.
Compact's light.
Fishing at night.
Huh.
I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but if a product works and it works great, you're going to hear about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I asked you earlier, what kind of setup you use and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, they might want to know what you use. They might like what they see on your channel. So
before that, I used to use a little LED battery-powered light that it would come apart in two parts. Like, say somebody had to use the bathroom, you can take half of it apart, and they can take the light with them.
Yeah.
So that's what I used before that. Now I can't believe I was fishing the way I was fishing with that little tiny light.
Look at that. Sharpest circle hooks on the market, as well as 10-aught offset. 8 hooks for $5.
Is that the one you had shining when he went in the water to get that fish? Because that's it. That was a bright light. Did you hear me?
What was that?
I said, is that the light you used when he went? Was it Bob when he went in there and get that catfish?
Yep.
That's a bright light. I mean, you can see everything clear.
Yeah, well, I used the suction cup part of it, where you can suction cup it to like a surface. Well, I actually had it on the side of my Nissan, so
What? How long is the battery life on it?
I was actually surprised on the suction cup part of it. I didn't think it was going to hold really good, but I could pull on that pole, and it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. How long is the battery life?
I actually never used it long enough to where I ran the battery out because I use a 12-volt boat battery. It's a deep cycle battery. But when I come home and charge it, I'm probably about maybe a third down when I took it for like 5 hours.
Okay.
Hey, there's Daryl of TSO. What's going on, Trophy Seekers?
Hey, there's Andy.
You and Woody was up there talking about the meet and greet, and it was awesome, man. I like the lake, the waters and stuff. Pretty place, pretty place.
Dale Hayslip. Hello, hello.
If you ain't seen another great channel, that's another great channel. Trophy Seeker Outdoors, man. Go check them out. Daryl and Woody, man, they always fish together. They are awesome.
I mean, I know we got a bunch more.
What was that? BU, I support S21. Welcome in.
Oh yeah. Trying to tune in, but everything went black. LOL.
Slip. I apologize to you, buddy. Welcome in. So sorry if I didn't get you a while ago.
Let's see.
Chat. We had like 30-something people in here. The chat was moving so fast it was hard to keep up with everything.
Yep.
Yeah, they're making you work.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now,
Now,
you just
what
wait
would
till you
you-
have like 400 people in here watching, and you're trying to read the screen, and it's just going.
Yeah. You might as well just keep talking and ignore the screen because you ain't got no choice.
Yep.
You might catch something every now and then.
What would you say is the most successful day or night of fishing that
Somebody
you've
just come
had?
to my house.
The most successful day of fishing I had.
Yeah, like what would you say? What's the most that you I guess caught in a day, or biggest weight, biggest fish?
Well, I guess the best time I ever went fishing was down here over at the Catwalk in York Haven. I was fishing there, and I caught a couple small little flatheads. And then this guy comes over and says, "Hey, could I have a panfish?" And I said, "Sure." So he threw a panfish that I gave him out there and caught a 40-pound flathead.
Oh man, okay.
Yep.
That's
and,
awesome.
Yep. And I looked at him and he said, "Hey, can I have another one?" And I said, "Nope."
Yeah, I would too. I would have
said
said
$5.
First one's free, but not the second.
Yeah. No, but he became a really good guy, and I got to know him. So,
There you go.
I gave him fish. I gave him fish all night long. I said, "Man, keep catching them."
Yeah.
So.
Because I mean, I've been writing down a little bit of everything about you. I mean, everybody that we interview on here, I have written down info. I've been trying to go back and make sure I've asked everything that I've asked everybody else. And so far, we've asked everything that we could think of.
Yep. Hello, Lashes. Welcome in. Small Waters, welcome in. Thank you so much. Andy, hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, this is free for all. Hey, smoke them if you got them. Having fun. Enjoy the chat. And y'all just do what you do. Have fun. Shoot the breeze. If you want to come up, just holler link and we'll let you come on up here.
No. Oh, wait.
Trophy Seekers, I probably need you to come up on here so you can tell everybody that's in here about the meet and greet. I know you got a video out on it, but everybody they need to keep hearing it. So I think all the campsites will be took up, but they do have motel rooms around the area. I believe.
Now, let's see. Before I forget, the question is: you said you were probably going to do some tournaments here on the channels in the community. Is there a certain tournament that you got your eyes on doing?
Well, I'm just gonna do videos. I was gonna go live during a tournament, but I don't want people in the tournament be like, "Hey, this guy's live. Let's see what he's doing." I don't want to have like 50 boats all around me watching me catch these fish.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna try and do some videos of every tournament I'm doing this year.
Okay. Now, around what time can we? Or are they going to be soon? Are these tournaments going to be soon? Next month? Next week?
Next Saturday. This Saturday coming up will be another tournament. I'll be fishing the Conewago section, and then the end of April 23rd will be another tournament. So about a couple days or something after the tournament, I'll have a video out. So it'll be like a tournament video every month, and just regular videos of me just fishing and catching bait.
Yeah.
Maybe a few how-to videos, more upgrades to the boat as I go.
Go. Yeah, small water. So we limited out on crappie yesterday evening. Filleted 50 today.
That's
Heck
awesome.
yeah, that sounds like a good day right there. That sounds like a very good day right there.
I used to go, like I said, I crappie fished all the time. Used to do it all the time. I used to go, man, every other day, stay 3 or 4 days, stay a week. I'd catch some 12 to 14-inch crappie and hang down here. And I'd have one on every finger, big ones. I mean, 12 to 14 inch. And
what's your favorite color crappie fishing?
One day, and we called the picture. We said, "This is the crappie bling bling. This is my bling bling."
Yeah.
What's your favorite color to use when you're crappie fishing?
Black chartreuse, red chartreuse.
Yeah. I always preferred neon green.
Neon green. Yeah.
And then, like 1 year, they wouldn't hit nothing but a red yellow body with a chartreuse tail. You throw whatever color you want to out there, you couldn't get it hit, but you throw that one out there, as soon as it hit the water, it was bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, my go-to color would be white. If nothing works, white always works.
Little white curly tail, small one.
Yeah.
So I like taking putting mine on a slip floater rig, throw it out there, and then taking my pole and jerking it like it's right here, and making that slip floater rock, and it makes that jig dance. And they love that. They can't resist that.
Yeah, I was thinking about coming up with a video where I'm going to go out and purchase the banjo minnow and see if I can catch some channel cats with a banjo minnow.
The banjo minnow.
Remember that when that came out, the banjo minnow?
I mean, dude, I'm 25, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep. I'm almost 40, so.
And my buddy, we can be out catfishing, and we can be fishing small creeks, and we can have he'll have 4 or 5 rods out. I'll have 3 or 4 out. We can have night crawler, cut bait, white perch, bluegill, creek chub. We'll have all that lined up, and then I have me a little small bass rod, and he'll throw a little small gulp minnow, about 2.5, 3 inch, and for some reason he'll always catch a channel cat on that before any other bait, before anything else baits.
Yeah, I've caught channel catfish on crankbaits, like on rattle traps, like about medium-sized rattle traps.
Yeah.
I could have swore I had a nice bass, and then I bring it in, and it's like a channel cat. I'm like, oh.
One of my buddies actually gave me this. It's like a big old spinner bait, but in the bottom, he said, "Go ahead and order you one of the extra large. These are the 5. I think this is the 4.5 inch gulp minnows."
Yep.
I mean, this is one of the old ones. But he said, "Man, you put that on there." He's like, "Oh, don't be surprised if you hook into a catfish on the bottom."
Yep. Every time when I used to use lures, every time I use that bait, that spinner bait there, I always put a stinger hook on the back of it.
That's what I might need to do too.
And if you're gonna put a little thing on the back, just take that little hook, that stinger hook, and run it through the back of the tail, or somewhat through the tail.
Heck yeah, I might have to try that. Let's see.
What's up, Apache?
What up, man? You doing all right?
Yeah.
You look comfy, man. You look very comfy.
What up, man? You doing all right?
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay, man. You look very comfy. What up, man? You doing all right?
I think Russ is trying to poke you in the eye.
I don't know. I hear myself asking if you're all right in the background.
It's saying the same thing over and
No, I'm
over.
trying to
and
get.
over.
I hear myself asking if you're all right.
We're gonna go for a walk.
It's saying the same thing over and
I'm trying
over.
to get. Let's see if I can't change the layouts here.
We're gonna go for a walk.
Let's see if I can't change the layouts here. I'll try this in a way here.
Get that light out of the way.
There we go. How's it going, Daryl?
It's going good. I just keep hearing everybody over and over and over again. I don't know what's going on.
You probably got YouTube open in the background.
I
Yeah.
know. It's going good. I just keep hearing everybody over and over and over again. I don't know what's going on.
You probably got YouTube open in the background. Yeah.
Somebody does.
Yeah, somebody does.
You probably got YouTube open in the background.
Because I'm on mute right now. I'm on mute.
How's that? Is that better?
I don't know.
There
We
you
can
go.
hear
You
you.
got it. He had it. Yeah, he had it open in the background.
Yep, that's it.
Don't tell everybody I'm an idiot. Come on, man.
Hey, whoa, hey, we're not
Too
tech
late.
savvy either. We're
Hold up just a minute.
Apache
we all
turned
know.
it on.
Look, I have this excuse I use when stuff like this happens to me. I'm an old man. Just look over it. How y'all doing? Hey, it seems to go good. I'll just go, man, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Salvador.
This is my favorite line. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I'm 58 years old. I'm not really good at this electronic stuff. They feel sorry for you. Like, oh, the old man, he can't help it.
just give him some slack, people. Give him some slack.
See there?
Let's see. All right.
Oh,
Give me
you
just a
want
sec.
to
Let me
tell
turn this
people
light
about
off right
the.
quick.
All right.
There you go.
That light was just a little bit too bright there, wasn't it?
Oh, we can
Almost
see a
looked
lot
like-
better now.
Yeah, I almost look like an angel in the background. And everybody that knows me knows way better than all that mess.
Hey, you turn the light off now. You can't prove you're old.
Look, there's no wrinkles. Thanks for asking.
You want to tell everybody about the meet and greet that's coming up?
Yeah, we just put a video out on it on Trophy Seekers Outdoors. Anybody wants to go see that and tells about that. It'll tell about that. We show the lake, the boat dock. Actually, there's 3 different boat docks that come out of Chester Frost, but that was the larger one. And like I said on the video, within a half mile there, myself and Woody have caught 3 fish over 50 pounds. 2 of them were blue cats that were like 53 and 54, and then my PB came from about a half mile from where we were at the pavilion. It was a 72.9 flathead. So the lake holds monsters. I mean, Chickamauga
Man,
Lake.
I'm jealous now.
Hey, I just say I
Micro
It's
Farmer,
because I'm
welcome
an old
in.
man.
Yeah.
Say no more. We don't want to hear it. No.
what the catfish felt sorry for me because my old man, he is like, he's getting close to the end of his fishing days and he's probably never caught a big fish like me, and he just got on there and let me reel him in.
They're like, take one for the team for this man.
There you go. I caught that fish. I'd only been fishing up on the Tennessee River about 4 months when I caught that fish, and I really, at the time I caught that fish, didn't realize what I had caught, that it was only, and I know this sounds like a lot to people, but 12 pounds off of the state record flathead, which is 84 pounds, and mine was 72.9. And I had been fishing up there. Like I say, I caught it about a year and a half ago, and I've been fishing up there about 3 or 4 months when I caught that fish. And now I think about it, I'm like, good Lord, that's a once in a lifetime fish. I'll probably never outdo that again. But the good thing is he's still in that lake, unless somebody else caught him and took him home with him since I caught it, because we caught him, took pictures, video, and let him go. And
Well, he didn't get that big by being dumb and biting hooks. I can tell you that.
he bit my hook. So he wasn't real smart.
Hey, either that or he must have really been hungry. He wanted what you had.
It was starving.
It was the middle of February when I caught that fish, and we were where we were at was at the nuclear plant and at the warm water where it comes out from the plant. And I evidently dropped that bait just right on top of his head. That was one of the baits I dropped straight down, and he just bent that rod. And like I say, he didn't really put up a fight, reeled him straight up from the bottom. The only thing was getting him up was the weight of him, because he hardly even caught it off. It was just so cold of water, I guess. But
yeah, that's all she wrote.
But anyway,
I'm hoping to get that 10-pound PB blue this year. So.
Oh man, you come down there. What day you plan on coming down? I'll take you out. We'll get better than a PB10. I promise you that. If we have to go down on the river.
Yeah, I got a couple trips planned this year. I'm going to South Carolina to fish with Swamp Donkey, Carolina Rust Screamers, Jeremy Tournament Cast, and I'm turning around later on. I'm gonna go down there with Big Matt and fish with him.
Yeah.
And then next year I'm gonna pick a couple more destinations to tear it up.
Don't pass up a chance to go fishing with a legend on the Tennessee River. Because
I won't.
Who's that?
Oh, I won't.
Matter of fact, send me a one-way ticket and I'll come down there with y'all.
Say less.
If Rusty come down here, I'll take you out for sure. We'll get you something over 10 pounds. I've only one time fished that river and did get something over 10 pounds, and that was about a month ago. And I had some really bad bait. So, but then again, well, last time we did catch one over 10 pounds, but I had done a bunch of work to my boat, and I drilled 2 holes in the bottom of it. Didn't realize it, so we had to cut that fishing trip short because I had 2 holes in the bottom of my boat. I'm a genius, bro.
Hey, Tyler, welcome in. Hey, Tina.
Well, there's Tyler. Hello.
Anyway, what I was saying is we're having this gathering. It's down there. It's going to be in Pavilion 4. It'll be a Saturday the 14th and the 15th. Of course, anybody wants to come in early or whatever. It's just we've got the pavilion rented for the 14th. We got it rented for all day. But anyway, we're going to meet there between 12 and 4 o'clock. We got some great sponsors. Jack's Bait and Tackle has sponsored us. Mad Cat's Rods and Reels, Uncle Lou's, Catfish Clothing. Chris, I think he told me on the phone he's going to fly in and try to be there also. Golly,
I don't blame him with these guys' prices. He's doing it smart.
Yeah, really. Well, he's got his own plane, so he's going to try to find one of these small airports. Also, Santee Cooper or Santee Drifters is going to be a sponsor. Demon Dragons, which has just become one of our sponsors, they're going to be sponsors of it. They're all sending us clothing and rods and drift boards and drift sinkers and clothes. Like I say, we're going to have so many different giveaways that we're going to have there at the pavilion between 12 and 4. Barbecue, live music, everything. It's it's all going to be free, but if anybody wants to give donations when we're there to help pay for some of our expenses, we appreciate that. But it's going to be, we're just wanting to just get everybody together and have a real big time right there on the river. Well, it's the river and the lake, but with monster catfish in that lake. I mean, you've got a chance every time you go out to catch a 72.9 flathead.
And family friendly too. Family friendly.
I got You might lose me here for a second. I got 1% charge on my phone.
Well, you go ahead and we'll just keep going.
But yeah, you just keep chatting. Let me charge my phone for about 10 minutes and I'll be back.
Okay. But I think we'll have a good time. Like I say, we've caught plenty of big blues out of there. We've caught, I think it's been 4 or 5 heads. Okay, we've caught 4 or 5 flatheads over 50 pounds in there. So not either in that lake or down below the dam within 15 miles of there. So we've caught some really good flatheads, several blues in the 50s. I've never broke the 50s and blues, but we've caught several of them.
Now, question for anybody that don't know, like some of the spots that you're going to be fishing to pick fishing and stuff, is it first come, first serve, or can you like reserve a spot, or how is that?
For fishing, there's over 2 acres of shoreline there. You can, the park is a huge park, and you can fish on the shoreline anywhere on Chickamauga Lake. It's a huge impoundment. You know, it's on the Tennessee River, part of the river chain of lakes, of dams through there. So you can fish anywhere you want to up through there. I mean, even if there's a campsite there, campsites in that up there. I mean, you can, as long as it's on the shoreline, you can go up through there fishing anywhere you want to.
Okay.
So there's, like I say, there's over 2 miles of shoreline right there in the park itself. But if you bring your boat, you know, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people with boats that if there's somebody that's there that doesn't have a boat, want to go out. I know if people want to go with me, if I don't have a boat, they're more than welcome to go out with me. You know, we'll drown a skipjack or a bluegill or 2 that weekend for sure. So
There's a Yisha. There's Lecious. Hello, hello. Micro Farmer, hello, how's it going?
So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. I know I enjoyed it. If I can quit tearing my boat all to pieces.
Miss Ladybug.
I put some new batteries in the boat and some lithium batteries, and I repositioned them in my boat. And I didn't realize I got so close to the hull with it and used some 1 1/4 screws, and 2 of them went through the hull on me.
Oh man, oh man.
Yeah. So,
well, good. I mean, you gotta learn somehow, you know. You gotta.
Oh yeah, I really like my boat. I have a Tracker. It's a Tracker Deep V Pro Guide, and I really enjoy that boat. That to me, that was the boat for me for the price range that I could afford to be catfishing out of, because it's just got so much room in the back of it. So
let's see. Arts and Adventure, hello, hello. Yeah, Micro Farmer said I'm doing great, getting ready for my fishing season. So everybody's getting opened up in 5 days, so they're getting ready. Everybody's been getting ready this warmer weather. Everybody's been getting gear and getting ready. And
down here where I fish at, it never stops. I mean, we fish all the way through the winter time because we don't get the weather up north everybody else does. So we don't don't freeze over.
Hey, but I mean, this guy over here next to me, Kitty Whiskers, he don't care, man. There can be snow on the ground. He's out there.
If I can get my boat out in the water, I'm going to be there. I mean, I've fished some nasty days out there on the water. It's so addictive, I guess, to when you're out chasing those fish, and you know that anytime you can catch a monster, and you know you put the time in, you're going to catch the fish. That's what I tell everybody. Just put the time in. Whatever your PB is, one day you're probably, unless you've caught a state record or something, if you put the time in, you'll get rewarded for it after a while. So that's the biggest thing to me. Everybody says, well, what do you do different from everybody else? You've caught all these big fish. I don't know. I guess I just fish more,
But like you said, man, putting the time in. When you put the time in and you catch that bite, you can say that I was there at the right time. The right time.
I've gone fishing before, go out into the river, and the day before just tore them up in a spot, and go back the next day and couldn't beg for a bite out of that spot,
That's probably because you wore them out.
Maybe. Yeah. But well, then again, I've found a spot and fished it for 3 weeks straight. I can't afford to go up. I live an hour and a half from the Tennessee River, so I don't go.
Well, I do too, from Tennessee, from New River, right up on Galax.
Yeah. So, you fish on Tennessee River also?
Yeah, New River up there.
Yeah. It takes me an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes to drive to Chattanooga, and now gas is $4 a gallon. So I only go every other week, but I only go up once a month. And like I say, it's just addictive. It's like my wife knows that she'll know the day before I get going up there. I'll be getting stuff together now. She knows I'm going to the river. She don't even say anything anymore. It's so much fun going up there and enjoying it. And it's always something different on the river. I like lake fishing, but you never know what's going to be different in that river. I mean, from a big rain can wash different things in. And gosh, all of a sudden there's a tree in a hole that was already good. Now there's a big tree washed down in that hole, and it's even makes it even better. So.
Oh yeah. Now, if you could tell your like this goes a question for everybody up here in panel. If you could tell yourself one piece of advice from what you know now to when you very first started. I mean, because I know some of us been fishing since we were, pooping in diapers. But if you could tell yourself what you know now to when you got serious about fishing, when you actually started putting in the effort and the time, what would you tell yourself on that? What piece of advice?
I would probably write down all the times and dates of when I caught all the big fish and say, hey, you have to go fishing on these days.
There you go. Okay. So keep like a calendar cycle.
Yeah. Now, I'd probably tell myself, you sticker line. Stop using that 10-pound line. What are you doing? You're going to lose all these big fish.
There you go. That's my mistake too. What about you, Mr. Darrell? Anything you think of?
My biggest thing is what I would tell somebody now that I've been fishing the river, when I'm fishing the river for the last year and a half, my biggest thing I would tell somebody is slow down and go with your instinct. I've caught more big fish of just slowing down instead of just running and gunning, is to take your time when you get into that river to find a good spot. Don't just go hit a spot, but take your time, find a spot, and then if you feel like, I mean, there's been so many times, and Woody will tell you, he's my buddy, and Russ will tell you, I'll say, guys, we're gonna have to stop right here. I don't know why, but I just feel like we need to try it right here. And we've caught monster fish like that, just going with your guts.
There you
I
go.
use my depth finder, and I know where trees are and stuff. And I know a 25, 30 mile of that river so well, that I know pretty much where everything is. But I'll be running down the river or back up the river, and I'll just get a guts feeling and go, man, I know that this hadn't turned out for us very often, but I just feel like we ought to try a spot, and it turns out. So to me, slow down and follow your gut feelings on fishing.
Big Matt, what about you, man? Any advice?
Follow your gut feeling.
See, that's what Mr. Kitty Whiskers said a little bit ago. He's like, somebody asked a question of what do you do when you go fish a spot? What do you look for? Stuff like that. That kind of falls along the line of this spot looks good. I have a good feeling about this spot. Like he said, look for structure, swirling water, where bait might get stuck. That's what you need to go for.
Yeah.
The
three biggest flatheads we've ever caught was on a gut feeling.
On a gut feeling. Holy cow.
The 72.9 flathead I caught, I was out with Bobcat outdoors because I had never fished the lake before, and we was going to fish the river, and they were just pouring so much water. Bob said, we need to try the lake. And I said, well, you're going to have to guide us if we're going to go on the lake. And we were out there fishing, and I'd heard about that warm water coming. I said, where is that at? He goes, it's not that far. I said, I'd like to fish that. I've heard a bunch about it. He goes, never had a lot of luck on it, but we'll go over and fish. And that was just a gut feeling. I wanted to try it. And then we were running down, we were going down the river trying to find a place to fish. And I caught that city. And I was like, I told the guy, I said, I really don't see anything on radar. It was just a hole in the way it was formed. I said, I really want to fish it. I said, I think I seen something down there. It looked big, but I don't know if it was a rock or a fish. And we stopped, and it took Woody caught it. It was a 54-pound flathead, and it took him 45 minutes to get it in because the water current was running like 3 miles an hour. I mean, 3 to 4 miles an hour. And then the water was like 68 foot deep. And then we did it on a live, we did a live stream one time. This was only about 3 months ago, and we were going up the river, and I said, Woody, I want to try it over here. I don't know if we'll get anything or not, but I got a good feeling. Let's go over here and try it. And we caught a 52-pound flat out of that spot. Just on gut feeling. Didn't ever turn to sonar to look at the hole on that one or anything. Just went over that spot and anchored down and caught it. So a lot of times.
Oh dear, how's it going, Miss Carol? Hello, welcome. Thank y'all for stopping in today. Rustic, the main co-host, His phone was on 1%. He backed out for a little bit, but he'll pop right back in here in a few minutes.
I came on, he ran off.
Yeah.
It was because he was old.
Coffee's over. He forgot to charge his phone.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well. But yeah, that's something that happens to me. I mean, I tend to. I mean, even me. I bass fish and crappie fish mainly, but that's my big thing is I end up, fishing a little too fast, and I got to remind myself to step back a little bit, slow down. Go with that gut feeling. Like maybe if I toss my jig up in here, might catch a good slab, or might catch a good bass or two.
Yeah, that's the big thing with the bass fish. I used to bass fish for a catfish, and you'd come by a piece of structure and you just hit it a couple times, keep going. But so you learn to slow down and don't just hit that on the back side and the front side. Hit that thing, hit it all the way around it. If you really feel like there's a fish in there, hit it 4 or 5 times.
I'll catch more fish on ledges where it goes from like 9 foot. Then it drops down to like 15, then comes right back up to like 6. There's just different. I'll catch more fish in those areas.
Yeah,
but I also get snagged more too. So
I'm a huge ledge fisherman like that, and I tie rigs on. I'm going to lose 3 to 4 rigs every time I go fishing, just because I fish. I love structure and I love rocky, ledgy places.
Yep.
I catch a lot of big fish, but I lose a lot of rigs. So you just got to decide what you want.
Yeah.
I went to my normal spot to catch like little baby channels for bait for a tournament. And I went down there, I had these little rods. I had like 8-pound test and ended up catching probably like almost a 10-pound channel.
That's a huge channel for us.
I'm telling you, that rod was bent over. I was like, I'm losing another rod.
Yeah, here goes another one. Now, the big question really that I have is, there's people separated between mono and braid. Like, oh man, use braid. Like, use braid. You want to get the big fish, use braid. You know what I mean? But then there's people that swear up and down about mono.
I'm mono. I'm the mono guy.
Okay.
I use mono, and I like mono. I could be. Let me put it this way: I like mono just because of the stretch and everything. But it's pretty cool when you catch a 25 or 30-pound catfish on braid. Also, I actually had braid on one of my lines. Man, you talking about that jerk? You could feel every move that catfish made on the braid.
Yeah.
But I still like mono. I like mono because I feel like when he makes that run, that you've got stretch in that line to cushion that hard run so much. But that braid, boy, I'm telling you, you can feel every time he thrashes that tail or shakes that
head shake, or him rolling around.
Yeah,
that's the best.
That's
see, awesome. I'm a mono person myself.
Yeah.
Do you have a certain brand? Certain brands you want to spit out right quick?
Yeah, Berkeley, big game.
There you go.
There you go, man.
Cheap and works perfect. I've never had any problem with it.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, right there. Try
that one.
Yeah, high vis. I like the high vis because it shows up good. But there's a lot of lines out there.
Mr. Kitty Whiskers, because like I said, I have this wrote down and stuff, and on his knot, he said that he likes the Palomar knot and the snail knot.
And the uni knot.
Yep, the uni knot as well. That was one I didn't write down. Uni knot. Now, what is there? Are those the same that you agree with? Those are your go-tos as well, Mr. Darryl, Big Man?
I
just buy whatever works.
If it holds, it holds.
Yeah, that's me. I'm not huge on it. I do the knotless knot on my hook, and then I just do the trailing improved knot on everything else. I'm not huge on. I just don't see a big difference of breaking strength between 3 or 4 different ones.
Yeah,
I don't. I do like the knotless knot when I'm tying my hooks on, but other than that, somebody, as long as they know how to tie a hook on or tie line on when we're rigging, I don't care what they use, just as long as it don't not something. It's not a square knot or something.
Yeah. Mr. Kitty Whiskers, I was going to ask you, whenever do you use them demon dragons?
No, I never have. Just regular peg floats.
Just regular peg floats. Okay.
I did win an Uncle Lou Mega Tackle package back on Hooks and Hammocks live. Their 1K live. I won a pack. I guess they had so many people that won stuff, he forgot to send mine out. So when I contacted him, he said he'd send it out. So I'm just waiting for it. But I guess the Mega Tackle package has Demon Dragons in there. I wouldn't mind trying it. You know, having a rattle out there.
Yeah. Let's see. What about you, Daryl, Mr. Daryl and Matt? Y'all use the Demon Dragons or anything? Y'all get fancy with it?
And you don't have to call me Mister, even though I am an old man. I am about to start to use them. And I did use them before, and I didn't have any problems with them. They cost a little more than what the peg floats did. I usually use peg floats, and I really like floats.
Yeah.
Because they float the bottom up out of those rocks and crash so bad. But we recently have been sponsored by Demon Dragons. We're approached and asked to use their stuff, and I told them that I would, but I didn't want to be a sellout type guy, that I wanted to use them and my pig floats. I wanted to do comparison, see how different they were. And Jeremy, the owner of the company, you know what? I don't mind that one bit. He said,
"There you go, man. That's good. That's good, brother. That's good. If you got somebody like that understands, you know."
Right.
I mean, you can be like, you can get them in the mail, open them right now, and be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go try them right now." And you get out there and you go, and then next thing you know, first thing you do is lose them, and then you're done.
So, I want to show the different ways of fishing. I want to always be known as an honest guy that don't just go out here and push something that somebody gave me. Santee drifters, I like their drifters, and I was using them, and Jimmy asked me to be part of their pro team, and I was fortunate to be asked that. I used them before, and I really like those. And then I do like the Demon Dragons, and if I hadn't used them before and he asked me, I would have turned him down. But I think they're a good product, and we're going to see just how. And I'm going to fish them in a different ways. Also, it's not going to be just exactly the way they've been used. I've got different ways that I want to try them and see which way. I want to be sort of like experiment with them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give a full detailed review of this product, like that's what you want to do. Yeah.
So that's what I want to do, because I don't want anybody to think, well, he's just using Demon Dragons because he's sponsored by Demon Dragons. Show people the different ways that we do them.
Yeah. Look at him. He's so comfy, man. He's just sitting there.
Oh, I like his backdrop for sure.
Yes, sir. Kick back and relax.
Rustic came in and he just turned it off.
I know.
He probably,
Rustic, how old are you? If you're over 50, you get a pass.
Hey, I'm 53, I think.
Oh, you get a pass then, yeah.
Look at it.
I'm
going.
Now he's going to show my junkie room. I don't know what he's doing.
I like the chair you got over there. It's comfy.
Yeah. This is my office / TV room, whatever deal. So.
The same as mine. I got this little corner right here, and then my grandson's got all the rest of this room. And he wants to play right here in this little corner.
Gray Wolf said someone has a puppy talking.
That's probably me. Yeah, my dog and my dog upstairs I got a puppy. She's about almost 13 weeks. So they're up there playing around.
The old fur babies.
Sounds like they're having fun.
Kitty Whiskers. Hit him up and sign up to him. I mean, just go subscribe to him. He's a good guy. Loves to fish. Takes his daughter out fishing. He's got good friends he fish with. Excellent quality video. Go hit him up. leave a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to him.
What part of the country do you
And Gray
fish in?
Wolf, what's up with these flyers, man? Do you own a flyer shop or what?
Yeah. Subscribe to me now. Or else.
Or else.
It's gonna be like that poster that Uncle Sam poster that I want you.
Yeah, I want you now.
You are formerly Mr. Kitty Whiskers.
Look at it. He's gonna hide himself.
Slaughter.
See, look at him. He hit himself over here. He was next.
He's double checking if he's subscribed or not.
Yeah. And if you ain't hooked up to Trophy Secret Outdoor, which is right there, you need to go do so, because the man knows what he's talking about. He can catch fish, and he's good at it, and he loves doing it. You can tell by his videos he loves doing it.
We have a ball doing it, guys.
And if you have not seen the one where he walks out on the flooded pier to catch skipjack, go watch that one.
Yeah. That was done down in Columbus. That was with Trim Trone. He actually is the blue cat. He has the Georgia state record blue cat, and me and him got to be good friends. He's like, "Come on down here, we'll catch some skipjack and a cast net." I said, "I didn't never seen nobody do it." "Yeah, I can do it. It's no big deal, man. Come on down here, we'll fish." And he got me a fish tournament. We got down there and it was flooded, and we had to walk. And mind you, these were alligators in here too. I mean, they were like 3 alligators swimming around, and we're walking across the deck to get to the boat dock that's underwater up to our waist. And the video's out where we did that. And man, but we caught a lot of skipjack. You talking about alligators? And this old mountain boy, I ain't never been around alligators none, and they was around there, and he's like, "Oh, come on, they're not gonna bother you." But we've had fun.
Hey, that's why. Welcome in.
I bet he's probably the type to look at a gator about maybe 5'6" and be like, "Oh no, that's fine. That's just a puppy. He ain't gonna bite."
Yeah, it's only they're only like 4 or 5 foot long. They won't hurt you. I'm like, my God, 4 or 5 foot long. I'm 6'4". That ain't much smaller than me.
Then he gives you the old speech of, "He's more scared of you than the other way around."
Yeah, they don't get teeth until they're about 50 years old.
Yeah, that's why it takes them so long to grow, right? Yeah.
He's more scared of you than you are him.
We've got some deer hunting videos. We've actually got a friend of mine videoed for me when he went alligator fishing. They call it hunting, but they catch them with a fishing rod. We got one of those. We have a great time. Like I say, we've been doing this for a little over a year. We've gotten 900 subscribers, and we appreciate every single one. We just hit 900 this week.
That's how fishing is supposed to be, man. That's how fishing is supposed to be. Fun, getting out there and enjoying it, man.
Yeah, when you watch us, we're real. We're having fun. We're serious at times, but we're having fun. We're not going to fake anything or set anything up. Or of course, we'll do our openings. We think about all that stuff. But
fishing with Bass Squatch. What's up, Bass Squatch?
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys ain't hooked up to any one of these guests that's on my panel right now, you should be doing so, because they're all awesome guys. I'm telling you.
Especially this one right here, and the other one up there in the corner.
I'm nothing. I'm nothing. Chunky Chicken's the star anyway.
Up there.
There's someone in the channel too. Miss Lash's Journey. Go check her out as well. She's been saying hello to everybody. She is very nice, very sweet as well. So go check her out. There's Adventure, Miss Tasha. Yeah, we got a lot of good supporters in here. Please go check them out.
She just hit her 1K, so congratulations, Lashes, on that. She's a supporter.
Yep.
I'm next.
Woo.
Hey, I'm only like 125, 75 away from it. So
yeah.
Send some of my way.
I'm gonna take out. I've got 2 different YouTube subscriptions, so I always give everybody a double hit. So, man, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look and see if.
Well, everybody, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to jump off here, and I'm gonna get ready for tomorrow. and get ready to start the work week.
Apache.
Yeah, it's about what 9:30 there.
No, about to be 8:30, but I also got a little one out in here running around. We got to get her
Hey,
ready.
Patchy.
Oh yeah,
You're a little feller. Don't jump. You might flop off to the side and be lost.
I'm gone.
hey, get a hold of Uncle Bill on that rod up there and send him a picture of it.
Yeah,
I think his email's on the about page. Just tell him, hey, I got this rod. It's got this flaw on it right here. I said it cuts the line. I said I wondered what we could do about it. And just tell him you really like his products, you know, and he'll make it right with you.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it if I need to and send it to him. I mean, like I said, I got his email and stuff like that, and I'll go ahead and I'll get a hold of him.
Hey, she stole my thunder. Boom! How you doing? My weekend was fine. I'm wore out. I'm tired, but the rest of these guys, you have to ask them how their weekends were doing. How was your weekends, guys?
All right, everybody. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off here.
See you.
Take care.
Next one, man. It was nice meeting y'all. It was nice meeting you, Mr. Kitty Whiskers.
You too, man.
Daryl,
Hey,
see?
I catch you later, partner.
Catch y'all later.
Patchy
I'll be in
was
chat.
always fun.
I'll be in chat. See ya.
Y'all go ahead and patch you up, man. He's a good guy. Then there was four.
Then there was 4 and the dog.
Yeah, and the dog.
So did anybody even get out fishing this weekend?
Well, they're getting restless.
Well, at least somebody did. I did my honeydews all weekend. And
It took him a while to catch any though.
Hey, Coastal.
I did my honeydews this weekend and fixed the hose in my boat.
You ain't seen my video I put out today?
I don't.
About the skipjack?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Saturday, I went live. I think I was live almost 10 hours Saturday.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that was busy. I had to work on my boat, on my dock got dock and boat deck all day yesterday, but I seen where you were live, but I couldn't stop and watch it.
Yeah, but I posted a video of them today, just a short. I think it's about a minute, 2 minute long short. And some of them I was been packaging them up, and that's what I had left to package. And I've got some giants in it.
You need to bring them down here to me.
Where are you at again? I know you're Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm the world's worst at catching skipjack. I can't stand to even try to catch them. I'm so bad.
How far are you from Pickwick down?
Oh, I don't know. See, I live in Georgia. I drive an hour and 45 minutes to get up to Chattanooga. So, you know.
Yeah, you're way up there.
Nickajack Dam's the closest one to me. So I say I'm horrible at catching skipjack. If I knew I could drive 2 hours to a place and catch, my 50, I'd go there. But I'm so bad at it, I'd get up there and all skipjack would be in another state.
Yeah, you're further than 2 hours from the Kentucky Dam, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you can catch more skipjack than I can because we don't even have them here in Texas.
You know what? I think that's why I'm a good bluegill fisherman, because I'm so bad at catching skipjack. I just go catch bluegill and fish with them. And that's probably a big reason why I catch so many flatheads on the Tennessee River, because I really feel like that's the reason I catch the bigger ones and a lot of them, because 90% of the time I'm fishing with bluegill, cut bluegill.
Yeah, bluegill, that's a flathead's #1 meal right there.
Yeah. I tell everybody I catch the big blues and flatheads down there in the Tennessee River because I fish with bluegill, and they're not used to, they all they ever eat is skipjack, because that's what everybody feeds them. I throw out a bluegill, and that's like, filet mignon to them after having all this skipjack.
Oh, look here. Here's a bluegill. We've been trying to catch one all year. Here's one right here. Whoa.
Yeah, I really feel like, though, catching catfish, just being in the right place and dropping your bait, in the right spot, it's just has a lot to do with it. And having good
bass spots that I've always had luck with flies and on a sabiki rig for skipjack. That's good for up there in Kentucky for when they hit real good, you can catch some with it. But in July and August, that's a real hot item. The sabiki rigs, the small ones. But I make my own with red and white crappie jigs.
Yeah,
And
that's what
I
I
have
do.
the best luck with them. I catch bigger fish and about as much as everybody else, if not more. I mean, I do have days where it's slow for me. Then I have days that I just can't keep them off a hook 3, 4 at a time.
I can be standing beside 5 people that's drilling them in every cast, and I'll still won't catch them. So I hate you guys. I'm jealous.
Did you know if you're sitting there
It's all about how you jerk
beside
it.
you on, and he's catching them, and you're sitting right here and ain't getting nothing? If he leaves, you move at his spot, you'll start catching them because there has to be a form of a rock right there, and he's pulling them off that side.
Yeah.
And you're coming in behind it, and they could be in front of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I've done that too. I'm just horrible at it. I don't know why. It's just I have people. This no lie. I'll go down there to the dam and I'll be fishing, and they'll be catching them left or right, and they'll feel sorry for me and start putting them in my dang bucket. I ain't lying. They will feel sorry for me and put them in my dang.
Well, then that makes you the best at catching them.
No, they get tired of hearing me.
To catch them.
They feel sorry for me and get tired of hearing me crying, because I'm gonna tell you, I sound just like, I get all poochy lipped and sound like a little old baby over. I can't catch no skipjack. I'm horrible at it. But if you quit crying, I'll give you one of my skipjack.
You sound like John Parker, all that crying.
Before I leave here, I'll have 8 or 10 skipjack.
Well, hold on. While you're crying, are you farting?
Well,
because you might be related to him if you're doing that.
That's how I met Russ. No lie, I met Russ. He was down there. Exactly what happened. He was fishing for skipjack. He was just catching one right there. I said, "Good." I said, "You make me so mad." I said, "I can catch catfish like it's nobody's business." I said, "I can't catch a skipjack one." He started giving me one. I said, "I tell you what, you want to go fishing?" I said, "You'll make a great video." I paid a guy, or I got a guy to catch me skipjack, and I took him fishing. And that was that's the first time I met Russ. I said, "Look, I'll take you fishing since you give me skipjack." Next time I came up there, me and him went fishing. He's been catching skipjack ever since. So,
well, like Dominic Hollis, I went live. I tried calling him, but I dialed the wrong number, and I figured, well, I don't have his number in my phone yet. I was looking at it through my book, and not just early in the morning, just woke up. I was trying to tell him I was headed over there to Kentucky. Anyway, I got the wrong number, and I was already gone. And now when I went live, Tanya, his wife, was over there, and I said, "What's Dominic doing?" Tell him I'm over here fishing. I tried to get hold of him, and they said they get no call. And I said, "I guess I got the wrong number." Anyway, he showed up over there, and she caught one. And I asked him, I said, "Well, when are you going to go catfishing again?" He goes, "I don't know. It depends on how much bait I catch." So I took my 5-gallon bucket and dumped it in his cooler. I said, "Now you got no excuse."
I wish somebody walk up and pour me a 5-gallon bucket full of skipjack.
Hey, welcome in, first time fishing adventures. I liked your last video. It was awesome. Backlash, welcome in, welcome in. I knew if Coastal come in, Backlash should be following pretty soon. He don't leave her side too much.
Yeah, we finna be calling him No Beard. No beard.
No beard. Can't get it blue, so gonna shave it off.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow one.
Throw some milk on that. Can't lick that off.
Yeah.
About like mine.
I'm just trying to grow hair on top of my head. I could care less about getting it on my face.
I've been trying. I'm 53 years old, and I've been 53 years old, and I got a lot of German and Indian in me, and so I more or less German, and so I can't grow hair on my face, on my chest like everybody else can. When I went to the hospital, they put them sticker things, heart monitor deal on you. I said, "Can you not put that right there?" She goes, "Why?" And I said, "It took me 53 years to get them 2 hairs. I'm proud of it." She sticks them right on it. She goes, "I gotta put it there." Well, he said, "Them hairs ain't there no more."
Ow.
I could take my hat off and the room would get 10 times brighter, and you sure wouldn't be able to see me. The way my hole in my head is, I'm so thin.
Well, that's how I save on my power bill.
You just keep solar panels around your head and charge.
That's all about
He
my
said he
hair.
still got most of his beard.
Yeah.
What happened to the blue? You decided not to go with it?
Who?
Backlash. He said he didn't shave his
Oh.
beard off. He still got it.
Oh.
He just threw the light trimming on it.
He said most of my beard. I still got most of my beard.
Well,
That means
I
he
know they
just took
put the dye
a
in it, and he
couple
said
hairs
that-
off the edge.
Yeah.
He said that afterwards he was going to shave it all off before he went back to work on Monday, or before he went to church on today. So I'm still going to call him No Beard.
Can't do that if he's still got a beard. Coach said the beard is not totally gone.
If all he has is this right here, it's a goatee. It's not a beard.
Yeah, that's true too. I guess he decided not to do it blue. No, what he should have done was put stripes in it, cut stripes in it. Just save stripes in that dude.
But I never seen the mermaids go in. So, just saying.
I didn't see him either. He needs to shave his like I had mine. Had a hair right here and hair on this side hanging down, and put the mermaids, clip them on the end of them.
You know what's bad though, when you got more hair growing out of your nose and your ears than you do on your head, and you're getting old when it's that way.
Yeah, thank goodness I don't have that problem.
Well, I know a guy that does. He's wearing a white hat.
I know guys does. My brother-in-law, he's such a hairy dude, man.
It ain't
He
white
goes
no
to
more.
church and he's real Christian, and I'm proud of him. But he'll wear his button-up shirt and tie like it's right here, and he's got hair sticking out top of it. I told him, man, you need to tuck that stuff in. That's longer than any beard I can grow.
Well, they'll say the less hair you grow, the more evolved you are.
That went over me right there. That passed me up years ago.
Yeah, I might have grown it, but it went away real quick like.
Drop me the link, sir. I like it because he's polite and all, but he ain't got to call me sir. It makes me feel like I'm 90 years old. There's
Yes, sir,
Dominic.
it does.
Let me know which weekend you want to go fishing, buddy. Let's see here.
He's a minor compared to all of us.
I'll go here. I might still have the link in it. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's it right there. See if that's it. Oh, Clyde, I appreciate that, buddy. I'll be so glad when I reach 500. I mean, even if I don't get another subscriber, man, if I can hold 500, I'd love to have that community tab so I can share out when Daryl goes live, when Mr. Kitty Whiskers up there, he goes live, Big Matt, you guys, I just want to share you guys out and help y'all. That's my goal right there.
Well, you were out camping in your van last night, man. You missed a rave party. That's the only thing I can do, because I fired off my live stream about 10 o'clock last night, like I said I was going to as soon as somebody else was done. And I swear there was about 15 lives in it at the same time, and they sent them all over to me. And I'm like,
Well, I tell you what, I watched Swamp Dog Catfishing
Okay, small
till about
beard.
9:30. And then, man, I called the wife. You get back feed on your deal, Backlash. And man, I called her and I talked to her about 10 minutes, and I passed out in the back of that van. I was so tired, wore out.
I don't know how I'm getting back feed. I'm on my cell phone.
It's because you got your speaker too close to something.
Oh, it might be the fan in the room.
No, because when you moved your speaker away from your body, it quit echoing.
I don't know.
Yeah, see?
That's
It's
weird.
doing it now.
Yeah, it is doing it now. It's not doing it now.
That's
What
weird.
about now?
It's like somebody's got their phone on.
I don't know, but I still got most of my beard. I just trimmed it to a number 4 setting.
I think it's
Coastal,
on because he's up here on me.
Coastal tried to do my tried to dye it blue, and it did not take at all on my beard.
Yeah.
We'll have to reevaluate, see if we can get some different dye or something.
Let me see if I
And
can go back.
maybe
Ain't
retry
nobody
it.
else echoing through your phone except me.
They make some that's made by Crayola. It works perfect.
All right. I have to see what I can come up with.
Thank you, for Water, for adding to your subscriber list. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Oh no, Trophy Seekers Outdoors is going to hit it before I do.
What, 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
I've actually
How's that
been dropping here lately.
Hey, Carol, pretty lady, how are you doing?
Yeah, I can't stay up here long. I just wanted to show y'all I didn't completely shave it off. I just trimmed it shorter.
I told him you went there and trimmed the longest hairs off the edge here and there, and then you still had your beard.
I put the longest guard I have is a number 4, so I did number 4 all over on it. But it'll grow back out again soon.
The whole thing grows long.
But anyways, I just wanted to pop up here for a quick minute. My phone needs to be put on a charger, so
you need to cut this up here.
I'm gonna go to a barber for that.
Hey, Metro, welcome in.
But anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna drop down the chat, try to pick up some channels. For some reason, I've been up to 565, and now I'm back down to like 550. So,
well, you want to know why? Because you keep looking at them.
I hadn't looked all week.
Then how do you know where you're at? Then how do you know where you're at if you ain't looked at them?
I hadn't looked until today, since Monday. I hadn't even been on YouTube all week, hardly.
There's your problem.
Yeah. I actually took a little break.
I tell you, it's a job trying to get noticed out there.
The only time I was on YouTube was when we tried to dye the beard. We put the dye in it, and I let it stay in there about 15-20 minutes, but it didn't change the color one bit.
I don't even look at mine. I mean, I just don't pay to.
I was going to go live tonight, but I decided not to.
I thought you was going to live after me yet. I was going to watch a little bit of that.
I was going to go live at 8 o'clock, but I've decided not to. I'm about to go to bed.
Well, you can't complain about not growing if you're not doing anything about it.
I'm going to drop a video tomorrow. I've got one for tomorrow and one for Thursday. So I'll have 2 fishing videos, and I hope to film one tomorrow. So I'm going to start getting back to 2 videos a week at least. And maybe less lives now that the fish are biting.
Yeah. Carol's a big supporter of channels too. Y'all go check her out.
Yep. I've had 3 days, 3 out of the last 5 days, I've gone out and caught 10 bass in an hour. And only filmed one of them.
God, I love fishing bass.
So, well, I can go to my local pond that's about a mile down the road and catch 5 to 10 bass in an hour. I'm doing good.
Now, you know, if somebody's going to go back and watch this live, Daryl, they're going to say, Daryl the ditch pickle.
I love fishing with bass.
Yep.
I love fishing with bass. That's good. That's a good save right there.
Hey, I do. It's legal as long as they're legal. Let me put it this way: if I'm sitting there catching bluegill and I don't catch many, and I catch a bass in this legal length, that river's gonna have one less live bass in it. I ain't gonna lie about it. If I catch a crappie that's over 10 inches long, river's gonna have one less crappie in it because I'm gonna fish with the 72.9 pound flathead I caught was on a crappie head.
Well, it's like here you can use big head carp, Asian carp. You can use bluegill, as long as they're up to not over 4 inches or 5 inches or something. But grass carp, gold carp,
I
buffalo,
caught a 4-inch bass
drum,
the other day. I about
you
threw
can't
out
use them as
as
bait.
live bait.
Wonder why you can't use carp.
But anyways, I'm gonna drop down from here. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, backlash.
See you, man.
What you talking about, carp?
Yeah, I said you can't use carp in Kentucky.
Oh, in Missouri.
Missouri. Oh, I mean, yeah, Missouri. You can't use carp up there.
You can use Asian carp and big head carp. Like gold grass carp, common carp. That's all on the fish list. You know that they consider that you can eat or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Like with crappie, you can't use them. You can't use bass. You only allowed. You can use skipjack, crawdads, worms, chicken liver. As far as bait fish goes, you can use bluegill up to a certain length. You can use, like I said, Asian carp and big head carp. Any kind of grass carp, gold carp. You can't use that. Drum. You can't use them for bait.
Ah. Now, see, in the state of Tennessee, as long as it's a legal size, you can use whatever you want to. So.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I watched Big Matt use a lot of bass to catch catfish with.
Yeah, I don't use a lot because I try to respect the bass fisherman. But if I'm low on it and I'm not catching many bluegill, then he's a legal length. See, in Tennessee, if there's no slot limit on a spotted bass, also, so I can keep them.
Yeah, I seen that the 2-hour challenge from the Parkers had. That's how Big Matt won. He caught that one worm challenge. I mean, he caught that bass, put it on there, and caught a huge catfish. Couple of them.
Wow. Yeah, it works. I don't like bass as good as I do bluegill or skipjack because they're not as bloody as those are. But like I say, if I don't have anything else, old boy's going in the live well unless I catch some more, then I'll throw him out.
Yeah.
Dang, Rusty,
check out
like you're poking me in my eyeball.
Yeah, I know. That's where my camera's at. Hey, y'all, how you doing? I know they should put the chat on this side, but they got it right there by the camera. I need a computer is what I need.
Turn your phone the other way, silly.
Don't confuse.
I lose signal. I'm back down to 1%. I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute anyway. But I do want to thank Mr. Kitty Whiskers there for coming on. It was an honor to have you on, sir.
Appreciate
it. You're welcome back anytime. You don't come up. About every other week or something like that, we have a free for all where people come up on the panel, tell about themselves, and we all just joke, kid around, and stuff like that. Because in here, we don't take nothing serious in here. No, we do take asking questions about fishing and stuff like that serious, but a lot of times we just love to have fun and just kid around and everything, and just make it entertaining as we can. We just don't want to sit there and just ask tons of questions, and and if I could have everybody in the chat room on panels, man, it'd be chaotic, but it'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. So next time I go live on somebody's channel or something, I'm probably going to be fishing next time.
Cool.
While you're live, you can sit here and just watch me fish.
Yeah. Now I do that sometimes on Sunday night. If somebody's fishing, they holler at me and say, "Hey, I'm fishing." You come in chat, say, "Hey, I'm fishing up here at so-and-so. Can I come up on your panel?" Yeah. Well, we're doing our guest deal. We can pull you up. That's what we did with Dominic. He was down in Kentucky fishing. I was skipjack fishing with him, and he stayed and fished, and he caught that 55-pound blue on my live last week. So it was an awesome show. And That's what I like to start doing is find somebody come up there and say, hey, I'm live. Can I come up on your panel and fish and stuff while we're doing our interviews, guest interviews, stuff like that. And that's something different. That's I like to get that started.
All right.
You know how hectic my lives are. I don't know if you want mine to be on there or not, as crazy as we get.
Oh yeah. I'd love to have you out there fishing and come up on the live. We can schedule one for earlier in the day on a Sunday if you want to.
I generally don't fish on Sundays. So it had to be on a weekend or weekday. I don't fish on Sunday usually. So
we can schedule for that day too.
We'll do it. Anytime you want somebody, I'll come on. I don't care. I enjoy talking with people and talking about what we do. And I tell you, I just love fishing. I don't care if it's talking about it or out there digging the worms to go fishing or getting the boat ready. I love fishing.
Hey, Brokeback Bob, how you doing, brother? So, Dominic, I thank and blame you for that fish. Why do you blame me for it? That fish has been famous all week long, man. There's been people talking about it on every channel. And I think a couple of shows they was talking about it.
But anyway,
I know a couple of shows they said whose live was he on when he caught that? Whose live was he on when he caught that? And they said Rustic Outdoors, called Chatterbox, and they'd say, and this is on a couple of shows that's on every week, and I go in to support these guys. And they said Rustic Outdoors and Chatterbox. Huh, I ain't never heard of that. And I said, well, that shows how much you pay attention to me. Of course, they don't ever come in here anyway. I don't know why. I mean, I don't get none of them guys from other channels. They don't come in here.
I'm in and out a lot of different channels. I'm one of them. I can't just sit there for an hour or so if watching. I just always got to be doing something. That's bad, I know. But when I'm at home, if I can't even sit still at home, my wife, she just shakes her head. I'm always trying to do this or that and other. So I need one of those. Some of them. What is it, that medicine you take for people that can't concentrate or can't sit still? That's what I need.
Oh, attention deficit disorder medicine.
OCD, yeah, OCD. I guess
yeah,
I'm OCD or old fart or something. I don't remember what it was. My wife
OCD is perfectionist. They got to have everything put so and so. The ADD is you can't be still. You're always doing something.
Okay, then I'm the ADD guy. They didn't have those words when I was growing up, or I guarantee you.
I thought he was ARP.
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 Oh, my phone's going dead, folks. My phone's going dead.
ARP. All right, buddy. We'll see you later. I appreciate you asking us in, Rusty. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll match you.
Oh, he's gone now. We can sit up here and have fun now.
We'll talk about him now. I can't believe somebody put on a show and not have their phone charged up. What kind of idiot would do that? I mean, really, just put a show
Rustic Outdoors.
Another blooper.
Hey, Brokeback Bob, how you doing? And first time fishing outdoor adventure. You guys got any questions for us here on panel? We just love to take over Rustic's channel and answer questions tonight. Come on with it.
It just got more interesting now.
Miss Carol or Gray Wolf, anything you guys want to ask about Rustic, we'll make up an answer for him, or anything you want to know. We don't care. He's gone now. We'll talk about how he can't catch fish and he has to bring them guys on that'll catch a 54-pound fish after he leaves from fishing. I don't care.
Yep. Leave us comments on that, how you really feel about them.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Big Matt's turning up. I thought you was about to do turn circles. I thought we was doing the exorcism on him.
Well, because he's not up here to adjust the screen. I'm like half off of it. You only see me, so I had to turn my phone. So we're all facing the same direction.
First time fishing said, you guys are great. Take it over anytime.
First time I would invite you up so we could, question you in person, but none of us.
We don't have a host. We used to have a host. We can't bring anybody on. Just come on up and wait in the basement. Domestic Hollis fishing says he loves it. Oh man, this stuff happens like this to me all the time. We were out on the boat last time, and that's when drilled the holes in the bottom of the boat. Battery goes dead because I got the bilge pump going. I just put my brand new trolling motor on. I can't even remember the name of it. It's them that deploy themselves and everything. That thing went wacky. The battery went dead, so I didn't have a bilge pump. The boat's flooding with water. And I said, "Hey guys, I know we're live, but I got to go." So we went out live and hauled behind to the boat dock and got out of the water. Oh, man, that's the main reason I keep an extra battery. On my boat, I have a cranking battery, and then I have one for my lights and my fish finder and all that. Because I did that one time before. I ran down the cranking battery out on the middle of the lake, and there I was. I started having to change over from my trolling batteries to put it over to the cranking battery to crank the boat up. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So
yeah, I always bring an extra battery on the boat just in case.
Yeah, but have you ever drilled a hole in the bottom of your boat and had to run your bilge pump because you're too stupid to know you drilled a hole in a boat?
Well, I bring an extra battery. If anything ever happens to my motor, I can just hook up my trolling motor, and I have plenty of time to keep fishing and have enough time to get back.
There you go. With or without a hole in your boat.
If something bad's going to happen, it always happens to me. So,
yeah. Hey,
Yeah, it could be worse.
Let's see if you can top this one. Let's play top this story. I hit a barge in my boat.
You could have a backlash in a dinky boat.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, maybe my luck's not that bad.
Hey, I've got the video. We hit a barge in my boat.
Yep.
So there ain't many people got much worse luck than I do. Our anchor got hooked in a cable on the bottom of the river. We both had our backs turned. We was fishing in front of the barge. Heck, you can catch a lot of fish out from our catfish on his barge. And so Buddy was on there, and Anthony goes, "I can't get this anchor up." So we both pull it up, and I'm like, "We're hung on this cable." And we couldn't pull the cable off of the thing. We didn't notice that cable was the boat was dragging the cable, and we slammed right into the barge there. Didn't even realize it till he hit. The only thing saved me was my ugly sticks were on the back, and it bent one of them over and sort of bounced us off. It broke one of them, but we actually drifted back because that cable was dragging as we was trying to get it off of the anchor, and neither one of us noticed it till we hit the barge. And I had to bleep a few words on that one. So
you should be able to, they should replace the ugly stick. They, you can tell them, "Hey, I hooked a big old barge and it broke."
I went barge fishing. Let's see. I've did that. I've hit a barge. I've drilled a hole in the bottom of a boat and didn't realize until I got in water. I've left the plug out of the boat twice since I've owned it. There's nobody. I don't know. I wouldn't call it bad luck. I just call it stupid. There's nobody does anything no stupider than
I've done that last year on a tournament. It was the last tournament of the year. Early in the morning, I put the boat in, and I had water in the boat, and I was like, "Where's it coming from?" I didn't put the plug in.
Then you're trying to fly across water to get it to suck out.
No, it was. I noticed it as soon as we docked to get ready for the tournament, and everybody was like trying to get me out of the boat. People were pumping water out of my boat. Like,
okay, now I got to top that story. Then, if we're playing top this story, have you ever? Does your boat have a strap on the back of each side of it to hold it
strap
from sliding off or to the left or right? The little straps at the back.
You mean in the back boat?
Yeah, on the back of your boat where it hooks onto the trailer. You put the straps on. Well, let me tell you this one.
I strap from the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've got one on each corner. Well, we backed up to the river, and my buddy Woody, I'm back there, and I didn't see what he was talking about. I hooked one side, and I had took the motor prop off, and he goes, "I got this," and I thought he was talking about the strap on the right side, but he'd got the little bar to hold the motor up. I said, "Okay," and I got in the boat. We backed the boat out with that one strap on the right side still hooked up. The trailers, one side's up in the air because the boat's floating, the other side's down in the water. And I tried to get that unhooked, brother. Try to get that unhooked. We had to keep, and so finally the boat floated sideways, and the trailers hung up like this. And we're finally get it pulled up, and I get the oar and push it off of the dock on one side and get it pushed back on the trailer and get it pulled back up. because I finally realized he said, I got this, and he meant the bar and not the strap. So the right side of the boat was still hooked to the strap on the trailer, and I couldn't get it loose to save my life. So I'm telling you, I'm stupid.
Hey, man, things happen.
I need one of them shirts that says stupid with the arrow pointing up. Woody can have the one that says I'm with stupid and it points towards me. Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? You know?
That's right. Zombie prepper.
So tell me you've done stupid stuff like that before.
Yeah, well, I put my new fish finder on. I took the old one off, took the old transponder off, put the new transponder on. Then I took my wife and my daughter fishing. And then, like, we're in, like, fishing for like an hour, and I'm hearing trickling. And I'm like water? So I look down back at the boat in the corner there, and where I took the old transponder off, I didn't fill the hole where the screw was. So there's water just, like, coming in a little tiny hole in the back. And, like, I grabbed some chewing gum that we had, and I chewed some gum, and I threw it in the hole. Stopped.
Well, see, that's what I had drilled 2 holes in the bottom of mine, and you wouldn't believe how much water will come up out of them little holes from the bottom.
Yeah.
But I weigh 290 pounds. Woody weighs over 300, and the weight of the boat and all the equipment and them holes in the bottom, they're just 3/16 holes. You wouldn't believe how much you had to run the bilge pump to keep them 2 holes from sinking the boat. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I appreciate everybody Rustic having me on here. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. We got some things to do in the morning.
He's going to leave us hanging here, Matt. You see that, don't you?
So I'm not sure if he's coming back. Is he? He falls
Well,
asleep.
he has to come back to end it.
He has to come back to end it.
It's going to run all night long. I'll wake up in the morning. It'll still be on.
He's going to come on. He's going to come on next week and go, you know, I got 80 hours after I went off air. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
We're going to go, you big dummy. We sat there and kept your channel going.
He's going to look at the clock 3 in the morning. He's going to look. We're all still on here talking.
We're going, where's Rustic at? Where'd he go? We should hurry up and get back.
Yeah.
Honey, bring me some coffee. I can't go off here.
Well, luckily I do have his phone number. So, you know, if it takes him too long to get back, I'll just call him and be like, hey, you're fixing to have a hostless channel because I'm getting off.
Yeah, well, if he comes back on, you tell him I said peace out.
Okay,
and, I appreciate everybody watching.
Have a good one.
Don't forget to watch my videos.
And subscribe.
Now.
And hit the thumbs up.
All right, have a good night.
All right, have a good one. Thanks. While they're over there hitting his, hit mine and Matt's too while you're at it. Oh, man.
Right?
Hey, we want subscribers too.
Everybody wants them.
So have you had nightmares with your boat like that? You've been awful quiet about this.
I don't have a boat.
Oh, well, there you go.
No.
How many rods have you had pulled in the water then?
Oh, my share.
I've had a rod pulled in one time because I never did catch very big fish till I started fishing the river anyway. So,
but yeah, I've lost 3 or 4 rods.
Yeah,
but I've always managed to get them back.
I didn't get mine back. I actually lost one on my boat out of the rod holder too. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to catch some bluegill. And it was just one of them little dock demons, and I just stuck it in the back in the rod holder, which is way too small for the rod holder. And I was doing something, and I forgot about it. And of course, I had my trolling motor, and I just kicked the trolling motor up. I was going to go a little bit further down, and I forgot that I had that thing. And it right out of the boat it went. I caught it out the corner of my eye, sailing out of the back of the boat, out of the rod holder.
It says he's back, but I don't see him.
Rustic, please come in here and sign us out. We don't want to treat your viewers like this. Hey,
having fun.
He's back in black. Now he's moving us around.
I guess I can do this now because you know
he made me big and you small. What happened? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, I had to turn it the other way so I could, didn't feel sardine. I was stuck in the middle and didn't like it.
Hey, maybe if everybody in channel say come back, Rustic, he'll come back. Look, now he's twisting.
Oh,
hey,
did I turn
Rustic,
it the wrong way?
I know what it is, Rustic. Tap your heels together and say, "There's no place like home." You'll come back. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
And Rustic, whatever you do, don't go back and watch the replay. You might not be happy.
Somebody said Rustic. Well, first time fishing. Welcome back, Rustic.
First time he's not back yet.
I think the Wicked Witch of the West got him. He better go see Oz. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh my God. Mama put him in timeout, Robot Bob said. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, buddy. You're in for it because you're going to have to watch. If you watch this idiot like me all the time. Oh, now he's gone again. He can't even shut it out.
Well, at least we're in the right direction,
He's gone to see Oz, I told you.
Hey, Zombie, I'd say you could come up here too, and we could all pick on Rustic, but there again, the host ain't. Oh, nope, he's back.
He's almost back. He's just spinning. If nothing else, Rustic, shut us off. Okay, everybody, we appreciate you guys coming and watching the show and being in chat and supporting the channel. We really appreciate that. Till next time, we'll see you later. Okay, shut us off, Rusty. Shut us off, Rusty. Rusty.
I don't even think he can hear us. Oh, no, I know what it is. I bet Zombie's over there sending him a text message every time he starts getting ready to come back, and it won't let him.
He goes, my internet's down. Let's cut this chat. Oh, man.
I mean, I guess it could have been worse.
He's got a hole in his boat, and he's drowning over there.
Yeah, exactly. He could not be able to come back on the panel.
There we go.
And be like some other people that have to go all the way back home and log into a whole nother system to turn it off.
Rusty, why you leave us hanging like this? Buddies don't leave buddies hanging. What is wrong?
My phone went dead.
Well, you close this out.
My phone went dead.
Oh, you got 5% now. You're good.
I've been watching.
Matt, we need. Why didn't you? Why don't you do the YouTube on your computer? It wouldn't go down.
Hey, you should have that.
Yet.
See if you can go live from your TV.
Oh, he's watching his TV. He just sitting back grinning, going, "Look at all the hours I'm getting from Daryl and Matt."
Hey. Just ask everybody in the chat. We were keeping.
No, I'm sitting here listening to you guys. I'm thinking like, I watched it on TV. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm watching my own show from here.
You owe me about 5 subs. The rest of Big Matt's been on longer than me, so him 10. I'm calling YouTube and tell them to transfer them tomorrow. It's like a banking account.
Yeah, my 4G went out, and I'm thinking here like, golly.
Oh,
hey, Alan.
What's up, bud?
Hey,
I'm
you're good, Big Matt.
I'm gonna get out of here while I can. So Thanks for having me on, Rusty. Good to meet you,
Better
man.
run. It's good meeting you.
You're welcome anytime, Daryl. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't pay no attention to it. My wife had my fast charger, and I thought I was on my fast charge to keep my phone up, and it wasn't. And it's just not enough to keep it when it gets that low.
Yeah,
So it gets down to 1%, and it's gone.
No problem. All right, thanks
anytime the picture turns sideways, you know you don't have enough time to charge it. It's too late. By then, you should automatically just reach over there and hit that end button because
I tried. It wouldn't do
it. Is that like when the wife gets mad at you and you see that look in her eye? There's no use in trying to apologize because it's just too late. It's all over with. But you're crying. You might as well start crying before the beating starts.
It's time to run.
All right, guys, it's time to run. Thank you for having me on. Y'all have a good one. Everybody in chat, thanks for listening to all this craziness. We'll see you next time.
All right, Daryl, take it easy.
All right.
Yeah. They went nuts, man. It got down to 1. I had, what's wrong with that? Looked up there. I said, oh man, it got back down to 1. And then when I come back on, the 4G quit working on it. I was like, man.
Yeah, I was like, he's there, but he's not there. I knew you had your TV going.
Yeah.
That's why I made a smart aleck remark of, hey, don't go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, I was watching. I was laughing. I was sitting there laughing like, man, I'm watching my own show. I said, what in the world? Come on, phone, let's go.
Man.
It's all good, though. I enjoyed it, man. I hope everybody else did, too. It was funny. I just hate they cut out on y'all, but hey, Zombie.
It happens.
Oh, yeah, it happens. You know, mine, it happens all the time. This phone's, ever since I got this phone new back about 2 years ago, it never picked up Wi-Fi, hardly ever. I mean, it just cut out, no good. So I've always run 4G on it, always. Mm-hmm. And then here lately, the 4G is getting to where, like, yesterday morning, when I got to the river and I was fishing, Wendy was on. I come up on her live for about an hour. I went off. 2 hours later, I tried to come back on, and the Wi-Fi, I mean, the 4G wasn't even working.
Look at the chat.
That was too much fun. You're welcome, Daryl. Anytime. Zombie, I did not get a notification, Rusty.
Hey, you know, all I got to say is there's your next special guest.
Yep.
Highlighted.
Yeah.
Comedy night.
I was sitting there listening to y'all talk about how your boats and stuff, what things you done, it's like that, and the things with the straps, like Daryl said. I was in such a hurry to get my boat in the water that I forgot to take my straps out. I put my plug in, but I forgot to take my straps off, and I undone the front of the boat. I hooked my rope up to my jack, so when I got off, the boat floated off, and I could pull the boat gently back up to the dock ramp and untie it. And I backed that dude in there, and that charter went down, went under the water, and floated back up. And all of a sudden, the front of the boat come up, and the back end went down, and it filled full of water. I was like, what in the world? I pulled it back up, and the boat slammed back down, and I went back and looked, and I forgot to take straps off.
I tell you, I remember sitting on the dock one day. My dad was in line. We were going out, and we were going to go fishing in the bay. And this guy came out, got out of his truck, backed it up, got out, unhooked all the straps, did not take the motor lock off the bar.
Yeah.
Backed it into the water, launched it, and then sit there in the thing, pushing the button, trying to make his motor go down, and couldn't figure out what the deal was. And the whole time we're sitting there like, hey, dude, you got to take your bar off. And he's like, I took it off. Okay, yeah, you got to go. You better double check because you didn't. You know, he sat there and argued for an hour. And I'm like, at least get out of the way.
Pick that motors up. It's tough to pick that motor up like this and try to reach down and get that lock.
So,
Hey, Bug Man, I seen you when you came in a while ago. I was offline. Hey, I had to swim for mine one time too up at the lake. It was wintertime and it was cold. Man, that water's cold. I had an old nylon rope on there and it's been laying in the boat in the sun. Didn't think nothing about it. And I always on my jack, I got it long enough where I could just loop it over that, gently put it in the water. Well, when I backed it in the water and it was coming off the trailer going out in the water, I pulled the trailer back out. When I did, the rope snapped. Well, the boat just kept going. I walked to the end. They got a courtesy dock that goes out there, and I'm sitting at the end of this. I leave my truck running there on the ramp, and I'm sitting there looking like, man, what am I going to do? Man, that water's cold. Well, I stripped down to my skivvies, boy, and I dove out there and I swam out there and got it, and reached back there and cranked that motor up, and I run it up there to the sand real quick, and shut the motor off, left it on the sand, went and got my clothes and jumped back in the truck, and I sat in the truck for an hour and a half to get warm. And finally, I decided if I'm gonna load my boat back up and go home. I was still cold. I'd never do that again. I'll get me a good cow rope. I went and got me one of the big old round ones and put it there. Let's break that one, big boy. Yep, I used to have it. Was a 16-foot John boat with a 9.5 horse Johnson on it, and a good boat, man, excellent boat. And but now I've got a Ranger boat sets down there underneath the carport deal down there, and I got to get a starter for it. That's all it needs. That and a tank full of gas. I still think I run out of gas in that dude, and I didn't know it. Because we ran like 20 miles down the river and tried to go back up. And we didn't make it. We was 2 miles short making it. Had to call the rescue to come out and get us, pull us in. And let me tell you, we just set up, tied up beside one of them big old barges, and them barges with them barges that riverboat and them barges come by through their bank waves. It'll beat your boat to death against one of them barges. I had to bring my little boat down when I come. And bring on down. I got a little hole we can put it in on that river. Tell you what, though, man, that was an experience for me. I had to swim out there to get that boat. I said, no, not no more. It was cold, man. After I hit that first water shock, after I was in it, I was fine. But after I got out, I was fine when I got out. I was fine when I got in the boat, and I was sitting back here, had to pull rope, and I had to crank it about 10 times. Finally, it started up, and I was fine. But once I got to the sand, and I knew my boat was fine, and I shut it off, and I raised the motor up and locked it. I was walking over to get my clothes. That's when it hit me, and I was like, I couldn't hardly move. I barely made it back to my truck, got into that heater, boy. I sat there for, I know, over an hour. And finally I got dressed and in the truck, and I said, I'm going home. Forget this, man. My feet are killing me. My hands are hurting. I didn't even go fishing. And it was a beautiful day to fish too, but just that water was ice cold. People standing there looking at me too, like,
cold, that's it.
That idiot just dove in the water. And what's bad was it wasn't 2 minutes later, a guy come by in his boat. He could have got it for me. He said, if I'd known it was Alica, I'd have got it, brought it to you. And I thought, I done swam out there and got it. How did I know you're supposed to come? You're going to be coming around that corner.
At least he didn't run you over.
No, I'll go back to the bank and up to my truck whenever he finally come around there, and then he seen somebody told him what was going on. He walked over to my truck and asked me if I was all right. And I said, yeah. He said, well, if I'd have seen it, I'd have brought it in for you. You wouldn't have dove in that freezing water. And I said, man, I had no idea that he was going to come around there. And because where I was at, the water went out and went around this point, and it went into the dam. And so the boat was actually being pulled that direction. And I knew if I didn't go out and swim, go get it, that it would have went around that corner and went up into the dam and been gone forever. Or come out to the side, tore up. Hey, Tasha.
Well, in case you didn't know this.
And I hate to leave all you good people, but we got 15 wonderful people still watching and stuff. But my phone's dying, so Big Matt, if you want to, hey, Hog Deer, I seen you when you come in. I just wasn't online. Happy
I was
y'all
gonna
came
tell
in here and
Coastal
y'all hit
Waters
my
Live.
guest up. Yeah, y'all hit my guest up and go subscribe to them. They're great guys, great channels. And thank you so much for coming
Especially
in.
Trophy Seekers. You'd have never thought he was a comedy.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it. You ever seen him on his video when he CatCon had that chicken head on? He walked around there. It took me a minute to figure out who he was. Then I seen Woody, and I said, "Oh, that's got to be Daryl." I never knew Daryl was a tall guy.
All right. Well, you have fun. I'm gonna jump
You
off
are
here because Coastal Waters Live, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off here and let my phone charge. I'm probably gonna go to bed because I am more slap out, man. But thank you very much for everybody come in. Big Matt, thank you for coming up. Daryl, thanks for coming up. Patchy, buddy, take it easy. Miss Kitty Whiskers, thank you for coming up on the panel tonight, being our guest. And I hope we helped you out a little bit. And thank you, all you wonderful people. Thank you, every one of you. So if Big Matt goes live, y'all go hit him up. I'll probably be in bed. I have to watch the replay.
I'm not planning. I'm actually thinking about getting up early tomorrow morning and going live.
How early?
Between 6 and 8.
I can handle that. I'll be there if you do. I'll be there.
So, well, I mean that's about the
fine,
only time.
man.
You know, I'm trying to reach all of my new subscribers and stuff. It's making it hard. So,
Yep.
all right. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you ought to start going live every morning about that time. You'll have a bunch of people coming here. I'd go in there.
Yeah, there's not too many that do, but then half the night I'm up with other people that are live.
You're going to have to choose morning or night.
So,
all right. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good evening. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you have a good week. And if you go to work, don't work too hard. Hide if you can. Brother man, I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in, showing support and love. Hit them guys up because they're great guys. And if you see Babaloo out anywhere, tell him I said hi. I'll see y'all later.